What's going on, guys? Happy Friday, TGIF. How you guys doing today? What's going on? Let me get situated here. So, what's up? How you guys doing? Still plugging away. As I was talking about before, on Wednesday, I was mentioning that I wasn't sure how much time I was going to get to put into this, and that was pretty much the case. I got some stuff done, but the to-do list, at least the tweak to-do list that I talked about, there's still a bunch of items on here, you know. So, lots of things to play with. Lots of things still to plow through, but things are pretty good. Actually, I've had a bunch of people test it, and funny story, you know, as you guys might remember, I mentioned in my to-do list, one of the things was to shut the sheep up. You know, if you turn off all the sound, the sheep would still go meh, right? Mentioned that this is on my to-do list, and I've had, 3 or 4 people go, yeah, dude, your sheep keep talking. So, lots of people noticed that. Yeah, so, and then I guess that means either people are trying to really test it, or people are really annoyed with the sound pretty quickly and wanted to silence it. I'm not sure which, but guess what? The sheep are silenced. And it's funny, actually, one of the guys, Hawk, who hangs around here, who I'm sure will be showing up at some point, he also mentioned it, and it was literally like 2 or 3 minutes after I just finished dropping in that code, which I think is just kind of a funny coincidence. So, oops, I broke something else here. I was doing some tweaking. Let me, let's see, do I need another one? Is that going to make you happy here? Yeah. Alright, now I was working on the badge stuff, the icon stuff. Still need to finish that up, but, yeah, so just do a little show and tell here. So we'll come back in. I'm leaving the audio on, but I think everything is muted for the second. So let's go in here. Let's go. Yeah, there's the music. All right, sound effects. There's full. There's the sheep. All right. Yeah, you can see him here. You can see him up here when they're doing that little bit here. Wait for one more here. There he is. Yep. Sound effects off. And let's look. We hear no sheep now. One of them should go around here somewhere. There he goes. Yep. Silence. So there you go. It was always on the to-do list. It always been around. It's just one of those things that I'd never kind of gotten around to. But it's just kind of funny that a bunch of people mentioned it. Excuse me. So I did take care of it. So the sheep are silenced finally when you turn the sound effects off. So one thing off the list. What I am focusing right now, as we're talking about the show icons. This is my little cheat sheet for the position for them on the versus menu. So show icons is the thing that I started to work on last with you guys on Wednesday, and I'm going to pick that back up right now. I started to plug away on that. If you remember, I did set it up where when we come to the main menu, it will show your chosen icon right here. There you go. And if you click on it, you can actually change it if you have other ones unlocked, of course. Right? Choose whichever one you want, and then we come back out, say done. Boom. There. Oh, wait. Did that not update? Choose this guy. Done. There it goes. Okay. Let me just check myself here. Done. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it is updating. It's starting to second guess myself there. So that was half of it. And the other half, of course, is when you actually start an online match, I want it to send the information to the other player, and so it can display your icon on the versus menu, you know, when they're doing the taunts back and forth. And that was what I was working on just before I came online. And that's what I'm trying to get set up here. So, and this is kind of I painted myself in a corner a bit here. Just because, you know, I have this remote function call where it sends the basic information, right? So here we're going to send the username, right? The what level they're playing, so that I can make sure I get the right mascot, right? Or so, excuse me, that's their skill setting level, right? So I can display that properly, and then which island they have selected and the mascot, right? Now I need to add the icon value. I could shove it into this function, but if I do that, obviously it's going to break anyone that's got the current build. So what I'll do is actually I'll send a preemptive one before that, so that information gets sent as well as a separate call. Not pretty. I would love to integrate in this one, but I don't want, you know, two different versions of the game breaking because of this call being a different set of parameters. So we'll go with this method. And then it's just, right now I don't have anything here. It grabs the value and stores it into the player prefs and ready to be called once it actually brings up the versus menu. And then, oh, and then what I'm also doing, let's see, oops, that's wrong, isn't it? Oops, this is, oh no, opponent icon, that is correct. Okay, so then I store the opponent icon, and then what I'm also doing is when you select an online game, I'm preemptively just throwing -1 values in there. That's my flag to indicate if it sees a -1, that means I have not received the opponent's chosen icon yet. So that's pretty good. That'll work nicely. Alright, so let me come back in here, and yeah, so that's all I need for this one. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead, and there's 2 others, is I'll go ahead and add this to, this is the guest version, and let me also add this to the host as well. Host announce, yeah, oops, let's see, yeah, it's in here, there, boom. Yep, and then it's just, this is the little flag that it does, so it keeps sending that information, because I found a bug before where the host would do a fire and forget. It would fire it once before the guest was actually up and running, and it never received the information. So now it actually just keeps firing that until it gets a verification that the other player actually got the information. So in this case, I'm going to change this from guest to host icon sent. Selected icon, so that's great. And then let me come back here and steal this and just repurpose it. Just drop it right in here, change the guest back to host. Change that to host icon just for clarity's sake, and then it stores that in the opponent icon player prefs. Boom, done. Okay, so now we need to actually extract that, get the values, and then show the proper icon. And that we'll be doing in the display versus menu. And I believe that is in that giant monolithic beast of a script called game controller. So let's go, does it show versus menu? Is that where no. Oh, it is in main menu? Oh, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Show. Okay. Show versus menu. Oh, wait, no. I think that I do have that in... Oh, okay. I guess I do have it there. Okay, yeah. For some reason I actually thought it was in the game controller, but I actually have it in my main menu script, so no big deal. So what we'll do is we'll display the one we know, which is our icon, right? If we're the host or the guest, right, we'll actually have that information already on hand. So we'll say, we'll go vector 3, and we'll call it, yeah, we'll call it our icon is equal to, let me just go back and steal this. Like this, and then actually not opponent, but selected icon. And then, by default, just in case there's not a value there, there should be, but just as a failsafe, we'll say new vector. We'll just let it default to the most basic icon. Let's see, what do you not like? New vector 3. Oh, extra comma in there. And then one more. No. Oh, set. Sorry, get. There, it's happy now. Okay, so now we got ours, and then what we'll do as a check, we'll say, let's see. I guess we'll just do this as a temporary variable, vector 3. Yeah, opponent icon is equal to, in this case, I think it's called opponent icon. Let me just double check that. Opponent icon. Come back here, drop that in. Yeah. All right. So then we won't actually put any value in there. No, we'll just leave that as is, I think. Yeah. So that case, if there's nothing there yet, it's going to default to the -1 value. And the -1 and the vector 3x would indicate that we have not actually gotten our opponent's icon information yet. So we'll do that, and then we'll do a check. We'll say if opponent icon x is equal to -1, then we don't have it yet. Oops. And we'll just say, we'll create a function that says wait, let's see, where's this beast? Do an enumerator. Wait for opponent icon. Right. And I guess what we'll do is just kind of use this as a tool to say that once the icon gets loaded, then it'll actually display it. And if it doesn't get loaded in time, then it just never gets shown. Let's come back up here. Bring this back down. Alright, we'll just repeat this. And so, let's go while opponent icon x is equal to -1. We're still waiting. Yield return, and I'm gonna do a new. I'm gonna just make it not be like, instantly, but I'll just do it like wait for frame update, or fix update rather. So that way it's still doing it 30 times. Even that I think might be a bit much. There's no reason to like tax the system that hard for just a simple check. So what I'll do is actually change this to wait 4 seconds, and then I'll make this like a 0.1. So instead of 30 times a second, it's just going to check this 10 times a second. I mean, there's no reason to like loop that hard through it. Okay, so we got that, and then once we actually have that, then we can assume we can show, yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll go show opponent icon, and we'll say vector 3 I cannot type. Opponent icon data, like so. There. And then we'll actually, this is where actually we'll figure out the right one and then dig it up and show it. So I guess what I could do is borrow the code I have at the beginning where it shows your icon. So let me find chosen icon. Really? It's not there? I thought that'd be in the main menu. Oh no, you know what? That's not. It's because it's selected icon, isn't it? Me and my inconsistent naming conventions. Yeah, so load icon. And then, okay, and then what I need to do also is, is I'll put, right now here in the main menu screen, just to make sure that, since the icon is getting loaded dynamically, I can't just throw in an XY value, because I really don't know that it's going to be consistent screen size. So what I do is, as a cheat, is I just throw up a little invisible widget, and that way the widget updates to the screen size, and then when I load the icon, I just stick it to that. So I'm going to do the same thing in the versus menu. So let's see, I need to go ahead and tuck away the main menu here for a second. So I hide these guys. Let's see, where's our versus menu. Versus menu should be this guy. Yes, bingo. Cool. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so simplest way is to, let's see, is all this stuff even, do I have any of this stuff anchored at all? I don't. Okay, so this is just getting scaled on the fly, which is fine. And we'll just match it. So we'll go create invisible widget child. And this is, you saw this before, I had these numbers here. This is where I'm using these numbers. This is what I came up with on Wednesday. So let's go, negative 505. Ooh, why'd you jump? Negative 254. There. So then we'll call this left icon. Right? And then we'll clone that and we'll call it right icon. Move this over on the other side. And actually, I'm going to change the name. I'm not going to call it, I would say it left versus icon. So it's just, that way I know that it's not going to conflict with any other guys. Because we're going to do a find object. Oh no, actually I don't think I have to, because I take it back. I don't need to, because this is main menu and he has access to the versus menu. So none of this is getting instantiated, so I can actually hard code this. But I'll leave these naming conventions the same here, just so I have this set up. So there's left and right. Alright, so let's come back to main menu and we'll hard code this. Awake. We'll come back to the top here and we'll throw in a couple of variables. We'll go left versus icon. I'm going to call it group. Left and right. There. Boom. Okay, good. Let's attach it. It's going to be at the very bottom of this. It's a monster script by itself. My main menu script is just a beast these days, but still pales in comparison to what the the game controller script is looking like. But yeah, it runs. Okay, so now we got that loaded in. So now we can actually, so once we have him, say load icon. Let's see. Okay. It'd be nice to make this modular, but let's see. I guess what I could do is I could recycle this and just tell it who I'm going to actually parent to, because right now it's just finding that one. So so let me go, I'll say int destination, and we'll default to 0. There. Alright, so then I'm going to be using this variable a couple times, so let me change this out. It's equal to nothing to begin with. Oh, sorry, it's game object. So we go null, not a string. All right, and we'll use this. We'll say if the destination is equal to 1, then we know that he's going to be the main menu icon. All right, and then old icon. That's good. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's do a case here because we're gonna have a couple different places it can go. So we'll say switch destination like that. All right, we'll change this out. Case 0. Oh, I had 1 there, didn't I? That was wrong anyways. Alright, so if it's case 0, that means it's the main menu. Main menu icon. We'll find that, and then we'll say break, and that should make all that stuff go away. Alright, so why is it hating that? Oh, because I got that guy in there. There you go. Alright, so that takes care of that one. And if it's case 1, then it'll be left versus menu icon. Okay, and then in that case, we're going to come back here, and it's this guy that we're going to look for. Wait, actually. You know what? Actually, I'm doing this a bit wrong. Let me go. So where's that instantiate? Load icon. Okay, this is actually a little more convoluted because I'm going to have a couple different of these guys displayed. And right now I'm just using a standard instantiate and letting the clone thing just kind of fall on top of it. So let me come at this differently. Alright. What I need to do is just make sure I rename it so that way I can find out the proper one. So, instantiate. So we need to do a switch down here. Switch destination. Alright. And we'll say case 0. Then we're going to look for let's see. I guess I should actually go through it and find if there's any of those 3 first. Although I probably will never. No, I could cancel. So okay, I'll just be overly redundant on this. But so I say icon group name is equal to icon is equal icon main menu. Break. Oh. String. Quotes might help. Okay. So if it's a main menu, we rename it to icon main menu. If the destination is going to be 1, then we rename him as icon. Let's see. Actually change it. Versus icon. Let's see. Left. And then do one for right. Hawk! How's it going, man? Did I get the plugin? I've not bought it yet. But that's all on my to-do list now. So, you know, I mean, here. I have them right here. So I have the Obfuscator Pro as well as the anti-cheat, which actually will also help, I think, with mucking with the values. Just to give some context what's going on, let me just publicly say a major thank you to Hawk. Hawk hit me up yesterday on the old Discord, and he was like, asking me, he's like, do you mind if I go ahead and try and like hack your game? And I went, man, dude, go to town. And he came back this morning and went, yeah, I can pretty much destroy your game. I have total control. I can do whatever I want to. And it's kind of like, crap. That sucks. And it's like, well, I mean, that's why I was afraid of doing a PC build. And he's like, no, I can do this to Android and iOS as well. It's like, okay, double crap. So, yeah, so he's been really helpful and giving me some advice. Give me a quick education on how vulnerable your code is when you send a game out, which, I mean, I haven't cared before because I haven't done any kind of competitive online multiplayer stuff, but this one is definitely a change of pace for me. So I'm looking at an obfuscator, which will take the code, right? Excuse me. Take the code and just muck the crap out of it. If you can kind of see it here. Zoom in a little bit. So, you know, it's not a guaranteed deterrence, but I mean, at least it's something that hopefully will make it a lot more challenging. You know, I'm less concerned, as I was just mentioning to Hawk earlier, I'm less concerned about people like, you know, stealing coins or unlocking characters. You know, I wish they wouldn't, but that's not as much of an issue. What I'm more concerned about is them cheating in the gameplay, because I don't want people that are playing the game legitimately to play cheaters, right, and have their gameplay just destroyed because the other person is just blatantly cheating. So hopefully with these plugins, which I have not actually pulled the trigger on, but I will be doing that later once I get to the part where I need to start integrating this stuff. I'll be pulling the trigger on these two things here. So Obfuscator will actually muck up the code, so if you decompile it, it'll be a lot harder to mess with. And the anti-cheat is designed to, what he was also suggesting, Hawk was suggesting of doing these kind of sum checks that look at and compare values and just see if the value looks like it may have been mucked with. So, and that's what this plugin is actually accommodating in a much better and simpler fashion than I would do on my own. So, absolutely, I'm going to be adding that. Have not yet, but I will be definitely grabbing those guys here in the very near future. And hopefully that will not necessarily prevent, but at least deter people from trying to screw up the game. So, all I want is you guys to have a fair chance, you know, to beat whoever you're playing. But yeah, once again, Hawk, thank you so much. I already told him that I'm going to, like, toss his name in the credits, you know, for technical support, you know, for technical, I mean, it's just, I would not have even known where to start on that kind of stuff. And he was able to go through it and kind of go, yeah. He just takes a picture of my code and he goes, yeah, here's your code. It's like, oh, crap. that was easy for you. So, but yeah, thanks again, man. Thank you so much. So now, at least I have a little more knowledge on that and hopefully can prevent that from, not prevent, but at least deter that from actually occurring. So let me turn that guy off here. There he goes. All right. So yeah, thanks again, man. Okay, so now we're checking this out. We'll go, yeah, so I'm going to do the naming so I can find this after the fact. All right, so then we come back up here. For old icon. So, let's see. I guess what I could do is actually only replace the one that all I have to do is search for the old one that I'm replacing. So another thing I was thinking about is a report system where if a player is reported, it checks for the variable values, and if some don't match, it just bans the player outright. Yeah, that's actually a cool idea as well. I do have the ability with Kombu to actually ban players, even sophisticated enough that I can ban IPs, although IPs can be like updated. I know that most people in the world don't have a truly fixed IP, but yeah, I'll definitely look into that. I guess what I'll probably rely on more is sort of an honor system. If I get, you know, a report about someone saying that, that so-and-so is like, you know, this player is totally cheating, you know, and then if I look at their player numbers and I see that they've just like won like, you know, a kajillion games in a row, then you know, then I'll pretty much have a good guess that something might be up there. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Thanks, Hawk. That's a very good suggestion. Excuse me. Okay. So in that case, let me actually put this back up for my reference here. Knock it out so I can just check that. So if we're doing a So if we're going into the main menu, we're going to find that, right? And then, let's see, old icon. Okay, and then let's see. Guess I just need that code right here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can just recycle all 3 of these, and just, so if I say old icon for all of these, so if we're doing that one, we say, if we're going to replace the left, we just see if there is a left already in place, and check the right as well. So Hawk, I don't know how much of the Unity stuff you've been following, but have you seen the stuff that's going on with the Unity and the Spatial OS stuff? I had my Unity user group meeting last night, and we were actually talking about some of that. Spatial, let's see, OS, Unity. See if it pops up here. Unity pulls nuclear option on cloud gaming. And this is from TechCrunch too. Wow, I didn't realize TechCrunch picked it up. So, in a nutshell, there's still some ambiguity on who's actually sort of like doing what in this scenario. But on the surface, it looks like Unity changed their terms of service, and in the process, that put Spatial OS in violation. And Spatial OS is the online multiplayer networking service, and so Spatial OS threw up a big post going, yeah, we're shut down. Unity just killed us. And then Unity frantically threw up a blog post going, no. We didn't come to terms on our agreement, but anyone that's using Spatial OS right now can use it, but, no one knew, I guess, is the implication. And then so Unreal, seizing the moment, actually came up and said that, we love Spatial OS, and we're going to support Spatial OS by offering $25 million for people to switch from that evil Unity to Unreal, where we believe in freedom, So, tip of the hat to the PR guys over at Unreal to really sort of make use of a moment and just kind of like claim it. And so now Unity is desperately trying to backpedal, and they're trying to go, well, no, it's fine. We're not killing the games. And it's like, well, yes and no. And now there's all these conspiracy theories kind of floating around that this is actually sort of something that Spatial OS and Unreal might have sort of been planning, is just sort of a PR stunt. But I'm not sure if they would have had prior knowledge that Unity was going to, change the terms of service. But anyway, it's just kind of a funny story. But I was talking about this last night because people have asked me before, it's like, why don't you use, Photon? And it's nothing against Photon. I mean, I used it and I had it set up nicely, and it was a fine solution. But my concerns were the potential for high-end costs if the game goes really big, combined with, what happens if Photon disappears one day, right? Not saying they will, right? They look like a great company. But when this thing came up with Spatial OS, I went, see, this is kind of stuff I'm talking about, So part of the reason of why I'm using Kombu and TesheraNet, TNet, is the fact that I control that, and they run on my server, so I'm in total control of my multiplayer stuff, and I'm not, indebted to any company that could disappear overnight, with the exception of right now my server is running on Amazon. But as I was joking with my friends last night, yes, I'm running on an Amazon server, so if Amazon goes out of business, then my game goes down. But if Amazon goes out of business, then we've already reached the apocalypse and we're all doomed anyways. So I'm not too worried about that. I am worried about Amazon and that server time issue that I was talking about before. So I may still actually pull away from Amazon. I think I mentioned I might actually just sort of like, at least while the game is just ramping up, in the beginning, run my own server locally. And if the game starts getting traction, if my server starts screaming in pain, then I'll look at shifting to a proper server. But because I have no way of figuring out how to address that issue with AWS and the varying server times that come up periodically, not all the time, but enough that it destroys gameplay, then I'm going to have to look at my plan B. But anyways, the reason I went on that diatribe is just I thought this was kind of funny that Spatial OS threw up their hands and just kind of went, Unity just killed us, or at least they damaged us, and then Unreal stepped in as the superhero going, no, we love you, man, we'll take care of you. So I thought that was kind of funny. Alright, so let's see, so I'm going to hunt down that's left, and then this will be right, of course. So there it goes. Alright, so then we have 3 places to place the icons. Main menu, and then the versus menu on the left side and the right side. And then we just look to see if there's one already there. We're probably never going to find a repeat of the left and right, just because the versus menu, I would do the same. Yeah. It's a bigger headache for me. I really do love the fact that Photon was fantastic in terms of just throwing the code up there and just having it do all the heavy lifting. And having to try and set up everything on my end is definitely more cumbersome, but it's safer, right? So that was the key reason why I was going that route. Okay, so yeah, so as I was just saying, these guys will probably never find another version themselves, because the versus menu should only come up that one time. And if we bail out of it, it just resets the level anyways. It reloads it. But I'll leave it in there just to be safe, because I don't want something to come up that I'm not thinking about and have like a clone of it. Alright, so then if it finds an old icon, it destroys it, and then now we make the new one. Icon group, and then instantiate that one. Excuse me. And then we rename it. Alright, and then we gotta set the actual position. So, icon positioner. Yeah, okay. So then, that one. Alright, then what did I actually call this stuff? These guys. Let me toss this down here, just as reference again. There we go. Alright, so if it's the left, then we say it's going to be equal to this bad boy. And this one. Boom, boom. Right. Done and done. Alright. And then, let's see. Yeah. So this goes away because that's done up there now. And then it zeroes out the position, so it should snap into place. Yes. Local scale. Oh. Let me think about this for a second. Because group, I don't know. Oh no, that's just doing the zoom up. So that's okay. That's fine, because it does do the scale up to the one value. So that should be all good. Yeah, that's not necessarily the case, so I'm going to delete that code because that's not actually even potentially right. So do that. Alright. Alright, so we got that. Boom. Icon press. So now we should be able to do this over in the game controller. Let's see. Oh, it's... No, actually it is in main... I keep going to the game controller, but it's actually over here in main menu, isn't it? Show... versus menu. Yeah. So the game controller actually hides the versus menu, but my main menu screen actually displays it in the first place. Alright, so that's all good. So for the host, alright, either way we're going to be on the right side, so let's go load icon, and then this is going to be one. Float delay. Oh, you know what? Do I not have this right? I'm not actually transferring the... destination. Okay, so then, oh. Let's go. I can actually pull that information, don't I? Icon data. Oh, I do it right here. Selected icon. Let's see. Yeah, one will always be selected icon. You throw this above here, so I can declare it above. Like that. Get rid of these guys. Alright. And then it's going to be opponent icon. I think that's right. Let me double check. Yeah. That is correct. Alright. Oh. Don't need to declare that twice, so that should fix that. Good. Alright. So if it's the main menu, we pull selected icon value. If it's the versus and we're on the left side, that means it's ours. And then the right side, of course, would be the opponent's. And that should do it. And then this actually sets it in the proper place. 0, 1, 2. So, at least in theory, that's all I need. Oops. Oh. That's some leftover bad code there. There he goes. Okay. So, turn the versus menu back off again. Like so. Turn on the main menu elements. That's good. Okay. So, let's start with checking. Make sure that the main menu icon comes up like it should. Looks good. Just to be fair, let's go in here and we'll change it. Just make sure that that's all playing correctly. Yes. Okay. Good. So let me do a build. File. Build settings. Make the PC version so I can run two at the same time. And let's see if this is going to work. So Hawk, you got any plans for the weekend, or you're ahead of me, so you might actually already be in the weekend at this point. I'm not sure, but yeah, no big plans for me. We got football playoffs this weekend, so I'll probably be devoting a bunch of time to watching some football. There he goes. That's good. Gonna move this out of the way. That. Okay. Online. Like that. Go here. Let's see what we get. And I got a whole bunch of nothing. Okay. So let's find out why none of that actually kicked off. Let's come back in here. Let's see. Alright, so light icon. Right here, and this would be left, and it'd be this one. So let's do some debugs in here. Loading left versus icon. All right, so obviously not working, but I'm not sure. There's about 4 different places where the culprit could be, so I gotta like track down who's dropping the ball on this. Oh yeah, then I guess if it's the bot, I need to go ahead and actually throw in some values there, so I'll do that. Alright, so I'll do that here in just a second. Yeah. Okay. So we'll say online game, fire this up. Show versus... Huh. Okay. So then... That's interesting. Load icon. Oh, am I not actually doing... Oh, am I not doing the load icon request? I thought I was. That's it. Okay. I'm not actually doing it. So let me... I started to type it and I deleted it, didn't I? Alright, so let's do this right. Let's go. Load icon. And then this is ours. So that'll be a 1. Okay. So it may have actually been transferring the data, and it may have been all ready to go, but I didn't properly call it. So we should get at least the left icon to pop up here, if we're lucky. And we're not. Interesting. Alright. Oh. I forgot. It's 2 values, isn't it? Idiot. That's my fault. Oh, and it's a coroutine on top of that, too. So that was like a double fail, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright. So it's a delay, which I delay it on the main menu because I don't want it to pop up too early. I live in Vegas, so I'm in the same time zone. Oh. Okay. Getting ready for Unity classes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot about. I apologize. I forgot about that. You're UNLV, right? I think we were talking about that before. I'm sorry. Just had a total brain fart there. Because I guess we were talking a while back about the Game Jam, and that you were saying that you might be tied up and not be able to join in the fun. I totally screwed that up, didn't I? Sorry about that. I just blame it on senility and drinking too much diet soda. Let's see. Okay, so... Well, hopefully at least you can swing by the Game Jam at least to come say hello. I'll be sitting in the corner, probably falling asleep. Alright. So that's finally corrected. Oh, no, it's still not correct. I gotta do this. I gotta go start. Oops, if I turn off cap lock. Start coroutine. Done and done. Alright. Fingers crossed. There it is. Boom. Checking them out. There's your icon popping up. Sweet. Alright. So we got ours. Now we just got to make sure that your opponent pops up. Okay. So, wait for opponent icon. And once that's good, then we say... Start coroutine. Load icon. Yeah. No delay, and we say it is 2. So it goes on the right side of the screen. Alright, and I do need to change the opponent icon value if it is against the bot, so I have something going on there. So let's go file. Let's see. Game controller. Start online game. Let's see. Oh, and wait, select. Online game. Wait for opponent. All right. Let's see. Online simulated. Online simulated. Then we need to go ahead and update these values for opponent, and we'll say set vector opponent icon, and we'll say new vector 3. All right, and we'll just oh yeah, we'll base it on our island so that way it matches. You know what? Actually, I don't want the combo. I want the local value. Selected island. Come on, I gotta have that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. It is selected island. Move that out of the way. So we say new vector. Select island, and then let's see. Should I just say it's always going to be the first one? Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm going to give him a chance to have different villager icons. So let's see. Yeah, I need that to be random range 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 0 to 4. No, actually 0 to 5. Random range 0 to 5. There. So that should give us the island, the which villager, as well as which icon. Get one more parenthesis in there. It should be happy. It's happy. Sweet. Okay, so now we should be able to simulate this. And let's see if I get a villager that pops up on the right side. Okay. Online game. Do that. Wait for it to time out. Hopefully no human challenges me at the moment. And oh shoot. Okay. Wait for opponent icon. Let me see. This might actually be happening too soon. No, shouldn't matter if it happens. Unless the value is getting blanked again. Wait for opponent icon. Like that, and we'll say, and currently it is I'll put this underneath so I can just reference the variable. Opponent icon X. That's good enough. If I get, if I can just get that initial value and it's not a -1, then I know it has some value associated with it. So that should be good enough. Alright, and then let me add this right here. Put it right there just for clarity's sake. And then since I have a debug log here, I'll make use of that and say opponent icon is, let's see, set the opponent icon, so that should be correct. Let's see, get vector 3. Can I do to string, or is that going to just tell me it's a vector 3? Will actually give me all 3 values? I don't remember. We'll try it. To string, and I gotta close that off. Yes. Okay. All right. Check this again. Quickly refill my drink. Not quick enough. Games available. All right. Let me pause this. I don't need the AI kicking my butt here. Okay. Showing top button. I don't see it anywhere. Hold on. Login as guest. Show top buttons. Yeah. Creating a match now. Looking for mascot. Huh. It's like this actually never got run or something. Okay. That's peculiar. Online simulated. Let's see. This should be a true. And if it is, why the heck did that code not actually execute? I don't have any kind of return or anything in here, do I? That kicks it out. There. Debug log, online simulate. Oh, let me do my usual thing. Throw some asterisks in there so it sticks out a bit more. Maybe I just missed it. Alright. Okay. Saving. What the heck? Or does it not just... Yeah, okay. Blue chosen, looking for mascot. What the heck? Right here, right? Start local. Okay, start local game. No, let's see. Start local game. We never found opponent. All right, let me make sure you're actually. That's peculiar. Because the code that actually starts the AI online game is acting like it's not actually hitting that code. I don't understand that. Alright, so I'm backtracking, putting more debugs and debug logs in here. Okay. Component found, going with AI. Good, so we're hitting that. Then we say start local game. Level 44. Start local game. Select local game. Game controller. What the heck? Oh, in 5 seconds. Oh! That's it. That's why. Okay. So, what I'm doing is not good because it's checking for that information, but it's checking it after it's already displayed the menu. So, I need that to actually go up in here. So, crap. Okay, that makes total sense. The code does get executed, but it gets executed after we've already bounced off of the display menu. So what we need to do is wait. Uh-oh. We're never getting that even executed? Well, that doesn't help either, does it? So let me do this. Let me find this guy again. Change this to set. Wait, what? Alright, so that's where we're doing this. Select local game. Oh, crap. Okay, so then we need to do this sooner. Because the select local game doesn't occur until after the versus menu. So we need that to happen much sooner. Let's start show versus menu. We'll do it right here. Opponent icon equal that. Yes, we blank that out, and then we'll just tell it to go wait for the opponents. Hopefully it doesn't get sent at the wrong time. Alright, so show versus menu. Alright, so we'll put this on select. Online game, and we'll just throw it here, so as soon as you press that button, oh, that's not even correct, that's the wrong thing. Alright. Let's try this again. I want set. Alright, that's where it gets the proper value. Selected on this selected icon. Oh crap, no, that's actually not even the right thing. Anyways, I need opponent icon. Man, I'm just making a mess of this all of a sudden. Okay. Select online game. So then we're just gonna set opponent icon. Alright, now we gotta handle this. O-N-E opponent icon equal to -1, -1, -1. All right. So we flag that, so we know that we haven't received it yet. Good. Yeah, speaking of Photon, there you go. There's some remnants of some old Photon usage there. So even though the plugin has long been deleted, I still got a couple of references in my script. That's funny. It's like stumbling across an old skeleton of something that died ages ago. Hey, walking, talking, Stephen Hawkins is here. How's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. TGIF, hoping you have a good weekend. How you doing, man? What's new? Just trying to clean up the stuff that I still got to knock out. I was talking before. I got 3 of my friends to download your game. Awesome, thank you, man. Thanks. And it broke like crazy, right? No. Hopefully it played well for you guys. Hawk was kind enough to actually show some scary things that it's easy to decompile, so I'm gonna have to do some fixes on that to try and prevent hackers from messing up the game. But thanks, man. Well, thanks for getting your friends to give it a try. I do appreciate that, man. Definitely tell me your thoughts. Let me know how it went for you and your buddies. Alright, so I set that. Let's see. He's good. Show versus menu. Alright, and then so I think I can do it right here. So if I say if let's see, online that's not correct? Or is it not public? Oh, crap. Public it is. Nobody said it was bad. I will know from them after the weekend, probably. That's cool. Thanks again, man. Thanks for having them give it a try. Alright, so online simulated. Excuse me. Alright. So if the online is simulated, then we know that we need to throw in icon values. So opponent value, and then this is where I'm going to go ahead and fake that. Alright. Simulated, then I need to go ahead and come up with the value. There he goes. There. Excuse me. Okay. Now the only question is the order. That should be the correct order. Because if we're hitting the versus menu, that means we already know that online is simulated, I believe. And then I guess what we do is start coroutine, wait for opponent icon. There. Okay. Okay, so fingers crossed, playing the bot here, and it doesn't. Crap. Okay. Did not happen, so let's figure out why. Show versus menu now. Okay, so let's see. I'll drop it in here. Say, let's check online simulated. So what I'm concerned is that we're doing this before it actually gets added. So online simulated. Wait for opponent. Waiting for opponent's icon. Alright. So then now we can find out hopefully where the culprit is. If it's not actually getting initialized, or we're not properly checking to see if the opponent's icon has been updated. Clear that out. Like so. Hit that. And simulated false. Crap. Okay, so we're hitting this before. Okay. Oops. All right. Oh, it's not opponent. It's online simulator. Okay. Equals true. There should only be one of these, which there is. And where am I actually doing this? Oh, not until select local game. Crap, that's why. All right. We can fix that. That's no big deal. I just got to put this in a different place. Select local game. True. Really? There we go. So is it this one? Yeah. Start local game. Alright, so we need to just add it right here. We say online. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay, so now we're telling it online is simulated ahead of time. So that might actually do it. Hopefully we'll see the icon pop up this time. And clear that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. There it goes. No. Still not. Really? It's still saying... Oh, what the hell? Show versus menu. Should not happen until... Oh. Oh, wait a second. Alright. So I gotta do it before the show versus menu call. Post. Oh, I'm just one line short. Check that out. Idiot. So I'm sending the value after it gets called, and I'm literally just one line too low. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay. Well, that corrects it, so now we're good. There we go. There it is. Finally, got it to pop up. So I guess the next question now is, should I have the icons pop up post-game? Or is that just kind of overkill? It's more interesting. I guess, why not, right? It's not a terrible idea. Ugh. There he goes. Let me think about that while I'm just beating the AI senseless here. Oh, nice. I got the little guy before I got the big guy. Trick shot. Oops. I missed that one. Alright, can I finish him off before he gets a building rebuilt? Looks good. And game over. Okay. So this, we'll say, we'll be disrespectful. We're going to be a jerk. Okay. I don't know. You guys can offer your thoughts. If it's worth bringing the icons back up here again, or if I should just worry about putting it in the beginning. Yeah. I think just having it in the beginning might be sufficient, because the loser menu is a different display anyways. So, and I think the focus is more on the animation of the characters here, right? Just to see what the end result is. So I don't know if the icons here are actually that big of a deal. Alright, well that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I could change that, but at least for now, oops. Why is it going to PC build? Am I playing the PC build? I'm not. Game controller. Oh, because I'm doing win. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. I haven't even looked at that lady. You know what? That's something I have to look at, because now the PC version... Why are you locking? What the heck? Why is it locking up here? Why can I not scroll around? That was weird. It was locked for a second. So this is something that I'm probably have to fix as well. Now that I've split the PC build, like so, and it's probably not going to show the icons because because I just got to add it though. See if it errors out. Yep. Okay, that's no big deal. That's easily fixable. So let me come back in here to this guy and then get the values. So I'll write it down because I will forget. Let's go. Looking forward to seeing your next creation. Looking forward to getting started on it, man. I'm really excited. I'm so anxious to tell you guys all about it. The delay on stream is pretty damn far today. Oh, really? Oh, man, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. I don't think it's me. I think I should have a pretty good upstream signal, so I think it's just... Really? It is more than a minute? Holy crap, you're kidding. Really? Actually, I'm looking at my local one. You might want to consider, like, restarting, hitting a refresh or something, and give it another stab at it, because if it's greater than a minute, I mean 7 seconds is what I'm used to it being in terms of, like, offset, but greater than a minute, something's definitely broken. I would definitely hit the old F5 and see if it tightens that down a bit. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's me. Okay. Good. But, yeah, but I am totally excited to talk about the next game. I'm going to do, like, a whole big reveal and all that kind of fun stuff, but... Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think you guys are going to like it. And it's kind of funny because even though I haven't technically started on the game, I've been... the game idea has evolved already a bit. But it's going to be very arcade-ish. And, well, you'll see. Let me just get this stupid thing out the door. We have 10 hours difference in time zone, though. Wow. Yeah. So you're definitely way ahead of me. But through the magic of fiber optics, it's like I'm almost there. Well, give or take a minute, apparently. Okay. So this guy is icon positioner. And he's just underneath the bottom buttons. Okay. So let me switch over here. And right here. Good. And then I'll say create visible widget. We'll call it icon positioner. And then we will move it to, what did I say, 562146 to 146. And then we'll anchor this puppy. We'll say, should be bottom right? Yeah. So, right, bottom, bottom. Whoa. Oops. Doing the wrong thing there. Right. Bottom. Bottom. Yep. Okay, good. So now, if I save that, so that should make the PC build match the other build as well. Nope. Oh, because I can't spell. That's why. IT position TION. No, icon positioner. Did I do it wrong in the other one? Okay. Switch back to the PC build, like so. There. And it's still not finding it. Oh. It's hard-coded. That's my mistake. Duh. I just gotta, like, attach it, don't I? Alright. I'm treating it like it's finding it dynamically, but in reality, it's just plugged into it. So now I just gotta find it in this giant list of crap. Maybe, hopefully I put it at the bottom so I can find it. Icon positioner. I did. There it is. Alright, oh, and I gotta fix this too. Left. Let's see, versus, where's my versus menu? Versus menu. Oh, come on. Don't be a jerk. Oh crap, I gotta add it to this one too, don't I? That's right. Alright. So let me switch back over here. There. That's what I want. So I call it left versus and right versus. Let's come back to my cheat sheet here. There. Okay, now I'm set. Don't save. Come back here. Boom, boom. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I just create invisible widget child. And come back here and make sure I get the naming correct, because I don't want to screw this up. Alright, and then the values were negative 505, 254. That doesn't look right. 254. That looks correct. Okay, so there's left. There's right. Throw them to the other side, like so. Done and done. And let's get them wired up. And then we'll have the PC game matching as well. Left, right. Turn that back off. Turn that on, hit Control S, and now we're good. So now the icon should pop up. Alright. There we go. So our standalone PC build is working the same way. And this is actually kind of temporary anyways. It's mainly just this thing I'm adding. So I could have done something different. I could have had that button pop up, but yeah. I'll address this later on. Oh, I didn't even add the code for that, did I? Okay. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about that because this is just temporary. And it pops up. Nice. Alright. So now the next question is this going to work online too? Now we're going to check the values actually getting sent back and forth. So, let's find out. Let's go. Build setting. Oh, yeah, I'm in the right spot. So, here he goes. Alright, so I'm going to make a PC build. And optimistically believe that I'm going to do an online game where the icons transfer over and both sides get it correctly. Not sure if that's going to be the case, but I'm hoping I got it right. I'm semi-confident that I didn't break this. Yeah. Alright, online game. Online game here, here, fingers crossed. And nothing's transferring. Crap. Okay. Let's figure this out. Yeah. Well, I got the AI version working, so if you go up against the bot, it'll throw up the icon. So at least I know the icon's code is working, but the online game sending out your icon info to the other person is not happening for some reason. Okay. Let's see. So, delay test. Delay test 2 seconds. Oh, to check this is there or cat bug. Yeah, if I talk too loud, I have a puppy bug that's gonna start attacking me and eating my face off. Okay, so this is where we're sending it. So let's see, repeat. Yeah, so here, so let's say debug log, send repeat guest, send guest icon info. Now, I don't hope this is too personal question. Does your wife know you stream? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She doesn't really care. She doesn't watch it or anything like that, but she does. She does. You know, if she's mildly curious, she'll ask me, you know, like, how many people watch your stream? And I'll go, well, I think I average like 8 or 9. She'll go, oh, okay. You know, so I think that's the extent of it. But yep, she's aware. She's off at work herself right now, so there's no chance of her photobombing me anytime. But I've done that before. I actually had the camera set up before, and I'll throw that in there. And I kind of go, oh, hey, wave to the people. And she'll like freak out for a second. You know, I'm a jerk. I can be a jerk. But, yep, she's aware. Okay, so guest icon sent. Got guest icon info. I hope streaming goes well for you. It would be really cool. Thanks, man. Well, I mean, I enjoy doing it, you know. So, and I mean, I hope it's not too boring for you guys. I mean, I try and like mix in, you know, some casual conversation with you guys as well as doing just the coding stuff. But, you know, I get easily distracted, but I hope that that's okay with you guys as well. You have a lot of things working out for you, but still, well, yes and no, you know. I mean, it's, yeah, I mean, I do have a good setup, you know. I mean, I still got the animation stuff, you know, to subsidize the game dev stuff, which is nice. But, you know, I would love for the game dev stuff to take off enough that I could just really devote myself full time to it, you know. And even to the point where I can hopefully bring on some help. I am going to do that, actually, for the next game. Because of all the animation work I've gotten lately, the company coffers are a little more full than they usually are. So the next game project, I will be farming out my art stuff to, hopefully, I haven't talked to him yet, but to Daniel Thomas, the artist I've worked with before, because it's insanely beautiful art he does that I could never touch myself. Is this out on Apple for real, by the way? I cannot find it on App Store. No, you won't, but if you go to the link, here, let me get that for you here, 1 second. Yeah, it's on Test Flight, and unlike Google where they actually will advertise it, here, let me grab this for you. There you go. So yeah, if you click that, if you I'm not drunk or anything. If you click that link, it'll bring you to the Test Flight, and it'll say, do you want to sign up for it? So finally, Apple changed it. You know, it used to be you had to get everyone's email and add it to this stupid, cumbersome list, but now it's just like, okay, floodgates are open. Anyone, if I make the list public, anyone can join up to 10,000 people. So hurry, because there might be at least 8 or 9 people. Okay, so no, there's still plenty of time. Excuse me. But, yeah, you're welcome, man. Please, give it a try. Let me know what you think. There are still little quirks and bugs here and there, but nothing that should break the game, hopefully, with the exception of Amazon's time sync thing. So if you ever play a game and you see, like, all the shots are kind of, like, starting, like, your opponent's shots are starting, like, in the middle of the screen and going down, that's an Amazon issue, which is driving me nuts, which is, as I talked about before, provoking me to at least start initially with running my own local server. You know, just because I can't trust Amazon to give me a consistent server time, which just infuriates me. Okay, so got guest icon info, host. Oh wow. Okay, wait. I didn't actually transfer that, did I? Wow. Host got guest. Oh no. Okay, that's correct. Now it's host. Host, okay, so there it is. Ah. Host icon sent. There's what I'm looking for. Okay. Do you have any download statistics yet? Just a little. I mean, more so on the Apple side. Let's see if I go in my iTunes Connect. Give me 1 sec here. I'll fire it up. I looked at it like a day or so ago, and I think it was literally like 3. So, it can't. Oh, that's interesting. Go back to App Store homepage. Click this again. Valley Village. Test flight. Testing. Yeah, 7. It's there you go. We're up to 7. So, but I don't know how frequently it updates. It could be daily, so there could be more. But at least on the iOS side of things, I guess there are about 7 Apple people that have iOS users that have downloaded it. I don't know if there's a simple way on the Google side for one that's actually in. Well, I you know, actually no, because it kind of mixes in. Let me see if I can get a valid number here. 27 active installs. So 27 people are using it at the moment. But let's see. Yeah, so it looks like because the Google Play version has been up for a while longer, I think there are more people that have actually been using it, because I've had the test versions up for a while. So that one's a little more active. But at this point, and I haven't really advertised it. You guys on Twitch so far, and just my local friends here are the only people I've really talked about it with. So I'm gonna go to some of my usual spots, IndieDB and things like that, and properly advertise it. But I have not, because I've been urgently trying to fix these last little tweaks. And I figure the more stuff I change, I don't want to have broken iterations and have to tell everyone to, delete your current version and upgrade to the new version to avoid any kind of, bugs or issues. So before I start properly pushing it, I want to have it as close as I can to say I'm right on the edge. If you guys tell me there are no bugs, then I can release this version. That's the kind of point I want to get it at before I start really publicly pushing the beta version. So right now it's just more friends and family kind of stuff, and you guys are friends, so, you guys, and I mean, you're welcome to share it. I'm not trying to say that I'm hiding it, right? So if you guys want to share it with your friends, absolutely, please do. But I'm just not doing a big public shout from the mountaintop, promoting it yet. Let's see. So so host icon sent. Got host icon info. All right. So now we should be able to check to see if we're actually sending the icon info over and if the other guy's actually receiving it. And if they are, why are they not displaying it? Kind of the tedious part, just trying to track down where I screwed up. All right, on this building. Time for more drink. There it goes. Yep. Oh, and I also have the PC version, which is actually I should post that here, in case you didn't see that. I did put it on the page, but it's the page. Sometimes it's hard to find stuff on there. So let's see. Let me check, make sure that's. Actually, I'm gonna change this because it's just that build. There he goes. So there's the. If you want to try it on a PC computer, you can try that link as well. That one I'm gonna have no statistics on because that one is just a direct link to my webpage. I found a little glitch. When the opponent uses the fog thing, then I can see people repairing buildings through the smoke. Mostly the kid who falls. Yeah, I think depending on where the builders are and where they are, sometimes there are these little gaps. And you know what? I will make a note of that because I was talking about that before. Someone else was mentioning the fact that you can see the building kind of peeking out behind one of the fog clouds. And there was a time long, long ago where the clouds covered everything perfectly. But then I started doing camera tweaks, right? In terms of, the lens as well as the position and rotation. And after I finally got the camera to the position I was happy with, I didn't really go back like I should have. And make sure that the clouds are covering everything. So I will make a note of that right here. double check FogBank, and make sure all items are covered. There you go. So, little tweak, but I'll definitely go back and revisit that. I don't think it's like it's not a dire thing, but I mean it can give you sort of like a pseudo minor advantage, I guess, if something's exposed on your opponent and you're able to exploit that. But yeah, thanks for that. Thank you. Okay. So let me bring up the old editor. Close that. Console. Close that. Fire that up. Alright, clear this out. There it goes. Alright, online game, online game. There. Excuse me. Alright, guess sending out their pieces, guessing out island, launcher, and villager. Got host icon info. Crap, I didn't even look to see if it popped up on the screen, but I assume it didn't. Sending guest icon info. So we sent it. The pieces. Send goes. There it is. Send guest icon. Got. Wait, how do I send guest and get host? Guest. How could he get it from self? I said target others. Oh, that's just typo on my part. That's just stupid typo on my part. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like everything did go through. Stop. Okay. So we come back to documents, builds, PC, fire back up again. All right. So I was like so wrapped up and looking at the code, the logs, that I didn't even look to the screen to see if they actually popped up. I'm sure they probably didn't. I don't think I could be that lucky yet. But if they got the info, that's half the battle. So go that way, that way. No. Okay, they're not showing up. The guest icons aren't. But we are getting the information. Let's come out here. Got guest info icon. Okay. So then I gotta figure out where it's going into the waiting mode. So unless it's getting that information too late and the value gets blanked. Huh. Okay. So they put an icon, so it's getting loaded there. Get. Alright. I can hear my computer screaming, so I'm going to stop some of this stuff here. Give my GPU a chance to, like, cool the jets there. Alright. Show versus menu. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait. Show versus menu now. So where's that thing? And boom. Send host. Show versus. That's it. Okay. That's why. So I'm blanking out the value after I've already got the value, which is just killing it. So let's just start it way up at the beginning. Save it that way, and let's go select. Alright, we'll do it in the game controller. There. And we'll just drop it right there. There. So now it happens early enough that it should not step on the toes when it receives that data. So we're getting it from the opponent, and then we're turning around and blanking the information out. And let me double check. Main menu. Wait for opponent icon. Waiting for opponent's icon. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So I was just resetting the value back to -1 too late. So oops. That's not going to do any good unless I update the other build. So let me update this guy. Save. Like that. Good. Now we should be in good shape. It'll show up. Now the next question is, does it show up correctly? That's the next question mark. Alright. Yes. Minimize him. And I'll make sure I got different mascots actually selected. Customize, select villagers. Oops, sorry. Select icon. Yeah, so he's the default. We'll make sure that this guy, yeah, he does. He has that guy. So he has, I'm going to change it. I do this one. I like that better. Done. Okay. Fingers crossed. Done. Here. This one, this one. Crap. It didn't display one of them correctly here. I thought it was coming from the stream. I can hear the sheep even if yeah, that's corrected. I was joking about this morning. About 5 people have mentioned that the sheep still blats on. And it's funny, actually, Hawk, the one that was giving me some feedback in terms of the actual reverse engineering the code, he mentioned that, and I chuckled because I literally had just fixed it like 3 minutes before he texted me. Cold sheep volume. But here, I'll show you. Let me kill this. All right. So I'm gonna unmute this, bring this up. Right, and I'll even pause my music so you can fully hear this. All right, sound effects full. There's the sheep. Yes. Give it one more time. Come on, sheep. Sheep. There. Sound effects off. No more sheep. So I did fix that one. I knew about it for ages. I mean, it's been there for like since the dawn of time. Since, I mean, at least over a year or more, right? But it's kind of funny that I never really bothered to fix it, and I took a look at it this morning before I did the stream, and it was literally like 2 or 3 lines of code, and now they're all good to go. It just had to do with the fact that the sheep, I had sort of been lazy about that, and the sheep were actually just sort of like doing their own sound source. So now I revamped it so the sheep now send their sound effect into the microphone, and then I'm dialing the microphone up and down the audio source. That's what all the other sound effects are doing, is they funnel through the 3 microphones, you know, the center and the left, right of the screen. So it is fixed. I just got to get a new update out you know, in the meantime, ignore it. And I got that little quirk right there too. That is so funny that the AI, once it plays a game, it wants to keep playing. So I gotta fix that. Doesn't really break the game, but it's annoying to see the little repair meter sort of like pop up randomly. But so yeah, it is fixed. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick restroom break. So hang tight, guys. I'll put the music back on for you. Hang tight, and I'll be back in just mere seconds. Hold on. You say, I did not receive my coins after the 1 hour free coin thing. That's not good. Are you saying you clicked on the button and it didn't actually reward it to you? That's not what I want to hear. Alright, so I got 620 coins. Hit this, and now I got 645. So, it did pop up for me. So, let's see. I clicked and no rewards, yes. Well, crap, that sucks. We'll do this. If you still have it active, come up to the top left here. O? What's O? It does not display the menu I was in. Oh, gotcha. So, gotcha. So, like one of these, if you come into here, one of these, you get your free coins, and it didn't refresh it. Yeah, I'm sure it's one of these. So that's a good find. I forgot about that. I have the refresh only happens probably on the main menu. So let's see, what do I have? I have the icon screen, I have the villager screen, and the launcher and editor. No, okay, the editor I don't actually give you coins because there's nothing to buy in the editor. So, but I do have all three of those. So that's a good find, man. Thank you, man. I did not think about that, so I'll add a note on that. In icon, villager, and loader select screen, make the coins update. Coins, let me say coins and gems update on purchase and rewarded videos, etc. Cool, good find, man. Thank you. So you didn't get robbed of it, it just did not refresh it. So that's the good news. So it did work. I can't read what it says. You can't get that icon because you need to buy this villager first. It seems like it goes away at a random time every time I press it. Let's see. If you're talking about like the villagers here, like this, Oh, why am I offline? Thinks I'm offline. Let me restart that. Sometimes, that's something Kombu does sometimes. Sometimes, if it doesn't get contacted frequently enough, it will drop off, and it gives me a false reading that it thinks that I'm actually offline when I'm not. So let's see if I hit that. The villager requires 5,000. Oh, and the icons. Okay, let me come back. So, this one, you need to recruit the villager first to access their icons. Like that. If it's going too fast, then I could either extend the length of it when it shows, or actually make it where it just stays up automatically until you click on it and it goes away. You can give me some feedback on that if you have thoughts on that. But let's see. I will see if I can make it happen again. But you were talking about this part right here, I'd assume, correct? Sometimes after a battle, I have to reconnect. Yeah. It's a Kombu thing, unfortunately, and I have it set up where it's supposed to not time out for like a ridiculous amount of time, but it seems like sometimes it prematurely disconnects and just assumes that you're offline. So, yeah, simplest way, kind of a hack it, either restart it, or if you actually go into like a one-player game and then exit out the menu, it should refresh it. What age are you aiming for your players to be? That's a good question. I would say non-specific. I would like it to sort of be across the board, right? I mean, arcade players, so I mean, early teens up, but I mean, I think younger kids can play it as well, because I made sure that there's nothing in there that's like violent or offensive, but I mean, I don't have a very specific demographic. I'm just trying to shoot for something that's playable by all ages. Because I can imagine that someone who does not read English or is young would not be able to read it. Good point. Good point. And then, I mean, localization is something that I would look at after the fact, if the game starts to have any kind of level of traction, you know, but, I mean, just in this state, I'm not going to bother trying to do multiple languages. You know, just for me as a one-person guy, that's going to be a bit too much to try and deal with, I think. Excuse me. I try to keep the stuff as simple as possible, you know, so it's pretty obvious, but, you know, hopefully that's not too much to throw at you, you know. So, and I mean, if you click on it, it goes away fast, but it should actually, oh, and if you do it like repeatedly, the other one kind of, if you do the menu back to back, the timer sort of like falls onto the second one, so sometimes the second menu shows a very short amount of time. If you need language translation, I could help you. Yeah, thanks, man. And I mean, I definitely would love, a couple of people have offered to do that, and that's something that I would love to implement, but not on the initial release. You know, just because, yeah, the language stuff is definitely way out of my hands, but the time it'll take to actually adapt all the stuff to switch languages and all that kind of stuff on the fly is going to be a little more time than I want to sort of like put into for this initial release. But I'm hoping, you know, that even if you don't speak the language at all, that, you know, it should be, oh, look at that. There it is. There's the fast one. Oop. All right. So I got to tell it to kill. Oop. Maybe it's these guys. Maybe actually, let me see what I have for the values for this. Should be the same, but it's definitely kind of going a little fast. Yeah. Oh, now it's going to behave. Of course, now it behaves. What's going on is I'm using a tween that's designed to time out after a certain amount of time and then close it out if you haven't clicked on it. But if you do click on it, what happens is that timer doesn't reset. So actually I should do that if I go, let me do this. If I say here, I can add that. So what I've just considered it a nuisance, but I don't want anyone to get really upset about it. So general message was clicked. So let me come back, and that is game controller. Yeah. Alright, so then we come to general message was clicked. Let's see, false. Alright, so I do have it in a bunch of different places, unfortunately. Which is just bad on my part. Oh no, that's just a tutorial. Okay. Show general message. What I can do is actually attach a name to the tween. If I don't already do that, let's see. Transform to scale. If hide when done, then hide general message. Let's see. I might just be dumb, but I don't know how to put a new character into my customization. I'm trying to drag and drop, but it is not working. That's not good. Let's see. Did I change code? Is it going to break? No. It's like villagers. It should be just... Oh, stupid. I'm out. Oh, Kombu, you jerk. Alright, that's something I have to look at. Combo thinking we're offline, and message saying you can't make changes offline. Okay, that's on my list now too. But what card is it talking about? Oh, that's, yeah, so the random matches. You win those unlock cards. Which I did not put those in the tutorial because I just added that feature recently. I think, but I have it, let's see. Sub villagers. Oh, I don't have it in the villagers, but I guess I have it in the icon here. So I should add this text to the other ones as well. That's a good point. So it's right here. So if you play random matches to win cards and unlock more icons. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's nice that I have it on the icon screen, but I do not have that on the others. So that's a good point. I should put that on these other screens. Totally valid point. I'll do that right now. Yeah, it makes it more interesting to win matches. It does, and it prevents anyone from just buying everything, right? Just, getting the game and just kind of going, you know what, I just want to unlock everything instantly. No, you have to play some matches, and that encourages you to not just try and ramp up right from the start, And it motivates people to play more online matches, and it gives you something, like you say, there's motivation to play more online matches because that'll unlock stuff for you. Launcher selection. So let me move them up here so I can see it better. Let's see. Maybe I just put it down here. Create label child. Put it down here. Stretch this out like crazy. Like that. That should be good. Like that. Go 0, 0. Apply. And oops, that's gonna be too low, isn't it? What can I do with the gems, by the way? And will I be able to trade them into coins? No, the gems allow you to unlock, well, right now it's limited to just unlocking these different launchers, right? In the future, I'll probably be using gems to unlock brand new islands, right? If the game gets some people playing it and there's some revenue, then I'll actually invest in giving you entirely different island themes to unlock. And that's where gems will play in. But right now, gems are just to unlock the these guys. Here, I'll zoom in here. you know, the launchers, right? And if you do that, if you actually invest in the gems, basically every time you level up, you get more gems. Which right now it doesn't display that. Good name. But yeah, so I don't give you the information. I'm going to change that. That's in my to-do list. But every time you level up, I hand you 10 more gems, right? So you get gems for free, or you can buy them if you want to. Gems are much more rare, right? So they cost more to you know, to buy the stuff. But yeah, that's where they come into play. So let me bring this back down. Hopefully that should be good there. Apply. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That I only have it on the icon menu, but I definitely could use it on all of them. So when it's saying you need more cards, it's like, what cards? So if we go customize launcher, there he goes. That should be sufficient, I think. You know what? Or I could do this. I could actually just put it up on this one and then move that down a bit. To win cards and unlock. Oh, but it's not unlock icons, but more launchers. Okay, so let me change that. So we'll bring this back out. Launcher selection. Grab that text, because that's pretty close to being correct. And then delete that. Cancel. Delete. Oh, that's prefab. Yeah, that's fine. I want to break that prefab. That's fine. Alright. Move them up here, because what I'm going to do is actually grab all this crap. And then just try and move it all down. Not... Okay. It's not going to let me do it here. Like so. Alright. Zero this back out. Apply. Alright, and then let me turn off this for a second. Right? And then select the launcher, turn that menu on. Right? You say create label child. And stretch this out again. Put it right about there. Boom. To unlock more, not icons, but launchers. Launchers. There he goes. So there. So that gets explained right there. There's still some clearance, so that'll be fine. Apply. Right. Turn him back off. Turn the main menu back on. And let's check that out. See if it displays correctly in game. But yeah, that's definitely a good call. That was a shortcoming on my part to only have it in the icon page where it tells you about the random cards. So I need to find space on this one. That's going to be a little tighter, but I'll make room. Launcher. It comes up. There it is. I'm going to make some food. I'll be back. Okay, man. 3:12. I'm going to be here probably for at least another hour. So, yeah. Go feed yourself. I'll be here. I think, let's see. Now that I look at it, I don't know, I kind of think that starts to look a little crowded. Maybe it would be better if I just throw it on the bottom. Like so. And then just bring everyone back up. I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to do that. Select launcher. Do that. Okay. Alright. And then Now I gotta bring all those launchers back up again. Grab them, and then bring them up here. Yep, that should be good. Apply, and then kill it. And let's go check it. Let's see. Oops. Keep going to that one. Launcher. Play random matches to win cards and unlock more launchers. And it's tucked down there. And no matter what we play, yeah, it's just going to scale it to match, so that'll be fine. Whoa. 16 by 9, 16 by 10. Yep, we're all good. I think I have 21 by 9 in here, don't I? Yep. Cool. Alright, so that fixes that. Now let's do the same for selecting villagers. But yeah, thanks again for all the feedback, guys. I mean, you know, it's because I'm just so wrapped up in this, I'd sometimes lose sight of things that seem obvious to me, and you guys pointed out, it's kind of like, oh yeah, crap, that's not nearly as obvious as I thought. So, excuse me, that really helps me make a better game that everyone must be able to figure out. So, thank you. Let's go label child. Put him down to 0. That's good. Stretch this out. More villagers. All right. And then turn that off. I think maybe a little bit lower, like so. All right. Now we gotta adjust the villager selection so it's not cutting into that. Let's see. So villager selection. Yeah, this is gonna clip in the beginning badly. Oh, crap. If I just do this, it's gonna just... Yeah, that's not gonna help. Alright, I'm gonna do something ugly here. Just grab all these guys. And just do a global scale. Yeah, not the way I want to mess with the GUI. It's always better to like redo the buttons, but if I do that, I'm going to have to go through each and every one of them one after another, and I don't want to go that route. So I'm going to just do a scale, which is not pretty, but it's much faster. Excuse me. About like so. And then grab all these guys, bring them up just a little bit. I think that should work. So hit apply, get rid of it, turn that back off, and let's see what we did. Customize villagers. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's see if it's working. Play random matches to win cards and unlock more villagers. Yeah. So then when you get the message saying you need to unlock 3 more cards, and then this tells you play random matches to win those cards. So now it should be all understood. Launcher has it right here. That's good. And then of course the icon has it right here. Play random matches to win cards and unlock more icons. And this does say launchers. Good. Yeah. Walk and talk to Stephen Hawkins. I know that you're off getting some food right now, but I just, for posterity, I want to say thanks again for that suggestion. That was definitely a good one. Okay. So, I guess what I need to find now is, it seemed like I was doing the icon display on the versus menu, and it kind of worked, but it seemed like one of them, at least, was incorrect. So, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to gift myself some different icons and see if it displays correctly, and then I'll know. So let me go customize, select the icon. Yeah, I'm going to unlock one of those. Let's see. I am 1245? Yes. So let me go do it over here. Log into Makambu. Go into my client users. 1245. Search. There I am. Global data. Alright. And then this would be villagers. Select villagers. Unlock island. Villager status. Alright. So I'm going to unlock some of the ones down below. Just unlock all of them. So that means I also have to have the villager unlocked. Otherwise that's going to break. Select the villagers. Original villager status. Villager status. Oh, that's at the bottom. Alright. We'll say she's unlocked. There. So now I think I have the female warrior should be unlocked, and her icons as well. Villagers, yeah. So she's unlocked. That's right. Okay. And then her icons as well. So, oops. That's not right. I did recruit that villager. Oh crap. Huh. Well, that's not good. I think I may have just found a bug on my own here. So I have her unlocked, unless I just didn't do it legitimately and it's storing the data somewhere else. So let me check that. Let's see. So original villager status. Let me come down here and I will switch her to 0. So now she should be locked. And then I'll throw myself enough coins to unlock her. Select villager. 250 coins. Done. It's been recruited. Good. So now if we come back here to select icon. Well, crap, that's busted. I swore I had that working before. That's frustrating. Okay. Don't you hate that? When you have like one of those situations, like, I swear this is working before, man. I didn't touch the code. At least I don't think I did. But, yeah, now I got this thing. Okay, let's find out why that's not behaving. Let's see. Icon selected. Okay, so we're going to icon selection bridge. This guy. Setting icon 2. Okay, so if you hit that, does it actually say that? No. No, it's icon selected. Villager 1, icon 1, 0, 1. So that is correct. it thinks I don't have access to that yet. Let's see, it's equal icon status. Yeah. If it's oh no, that's strange because that's not actually select villager icon. And yeah, this is where we're down here. So all right, 6. So maybe all right, just out of curiosity, maybe it's because I actually did this wrong. It's iterating and it should be up to 6. Do a quick check here and see if that's the culprit. If so, then all those values are wrong there. Come on, I stopped you. Okay. Whoa, now everything is broken now. Oh. Okay. So, or did I update it incorrectly? I think I may have broken more than I just tried to fix. Icon. Nope, that's all fine. Okay, so let's figure out for down here. All right. So debug log. Icon value is equal to value. Villager number is equal to. All right, we're gonna track down the culprit in this mess here. Icon number, and then finally icon. Let's see. Icon status. No, actually, yeah, the icon value is the same, so I don't need to repeat that. Yeah. Alright, let's see what values we're playing with here and find out why it's coming up incorrectly. So if we hit, let's go clear this stuff out. If we hit this guy, icon value is -1. Well, that's wrong. Villager number. Zero. Icon number. -1. All right. We're just gonna do the whole array here for a second. Unless the icon status, unless I can actually, let's see. Nope, it's not public. I guess I could serialize it or just make it a public temporarily. Yeah. Let me undo this. Alright. I'm going to track this down. I'm going to figure this out, but it's frustrating that I could have sworn I had this behaving correctly before. I'm not sure how I broke it again, but... Alright, so let's come back up here. Select a bridge. So it's select icon menu. Icon status. That's what I want right there. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna refresh this to make sure that I got the right stuff. Icon status. Excuse me. Oh, interesting. So when I unlocked the female villager, it didn't update. Oh. It actually didn't update her. That's interesting. Neo Tokyo, how's it going, buddy? TGIF, man. I know you're a few hours into the future, so I hope your weekend's starting off pretty well. How's it going, man? I'm just doing some bug hunts for things that are turning up now, things that I missed. But how things with you, man? Actually, I check my mail here, see if we got anything. Oh, what the heck? So what the heck? I got alert boxes on. Man. So I don't know if it's like I got it while I was like going to the restroom or something like that, but I missed it. So let me give a belated Toop1. I got a follow from Toop1, and I completely missed that, man. I'm sorry about that. But thank you so much for the follow, belated as it is. Okay. So let's see, it's 25 elements. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is icon. Okay. So I guess what I need to do is let me unlock her again. I'm gonna give myself just an obscene amount of coins so I can get a handle on this stupid thing. 5,000. Yep, that's plenty. All right, and I'm gonna lock the female villager again. Villager status. Switch that back to 0. Okay, so I think what's happening is that when you unlock the villager, by default, it should go to the base icon of that villager and flip the switch on that. And apparently that's not happening. I thought I had it working before, but I may be mistaken. So, go customize, select villager, and she's locked again. Good. Alright, so then what I want to do is actually figure out... you know what, I'll just do it. And, oh, I got no debug logs for that one. So that didn't help. Alright, let me come back and lock her yet again. Not select a villager. Let's see. Let's see. Save that. Villager status. Make that 0. Done. It's not bad. I caught a large fish in Red Dead. Should I post it in Discord? Yeah, man. Absolutely. Share it. So that's cool. So they even have like a fishing simulation. That's too funny. Can you do something like bring the fish back into town and sell it for coins? Or can you actually use it for food for yourself for nourishment? Or is it just sort of like a idle activity? I mean... Considering how robust that stupid game is, I'm sure you could probably make a career out of just going fishing virtually and just bring them back into town. But that's pretty funny. Alright, so let me take another stab at this and figure out why it's not triggering the unlock. Alright. Boom. And let's see, where's the actual... Come on. Box Collider. There he goes. Let's select villager script. On press. Select a villager. Go to definition. Let's see. Current selected villager. Unlocked but not purchased. By villager. That's what we want. Island. Start position. Yep, so this is, I guess this is where I'm dropping the ball. Company manager, villager status. That's it right here. So I'm updating it, but I'm not actually unlocking the corresponding icon to it. Hunting. You can hunt all types of animals. Even the type of gun you use can tarnish the quality of the pelt you are hunting. I did see one video that was it cracked me up. It was one where the guy was taking on the bear, you know, with the knife and just going to town, you know, and he gets in that brutal fight and he, like near death, right? And he finally gives up and he runs away from the bear and he gets away, right? The bear kind of like gets distracted and he's like running through the snow and he's like free, and then a goat comes out of nowhere, yeah, I guess it's a goat, and then a ram, and then comes up and like tags him once and then he dies. And it's like, so he fights the bear for like 5 minutes, survives it, but then gets taken out by a ram. Hello, what's up? You bored already? You're not gonna let me work? It's only 3:30. It's not time to go throw the disc yet. We still got time. You gonna let me work? You wanna say hello to everyone? Look at the camera? No, not me. The camera. Okay. Okay. Yes. Alright. Go play in the street. There's a lot of depth. It's not like a cheap arcade hunting or fishing simulator. That's cool, man. That is so cool. Yeah, I mean, they spent ages working on it, and it was a ton of people doing it, but, I mean, obviously it paid off. I mean, the reviews have just been insane for it. And all my friends have been playing it like crazy, too. Okay. Let's see. You actually have to have a lake lure or river lure with different bait for different sizes of fish. Oh, that's crazy. So it gets like that granular. Oh man, that's crazy. Okay. So update if we succeeded. Walkie Talking Stephen Hawking is back. Welcome, man. Did you fire up any good food? Any pizza or anything? I think the wife and I are gonna go get some Korean barbecue tonight. I think that's the game plan. Get some nice, tasty bulgogi. Just share the photo on Discord. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh man, check that out. Wow. That is crazy. I mean, you look at that just at first glance, you kind of go, you know, that's, wow, man, where'd you go fishing? And it's kind of like, yeah. In the video game. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing, man. That is very cool. Let's see. Toast. Toast is my main source of food. Cheap and easy. Will the one-player thing give you money in the future? That's not the plan. At this point, I really want you, I want to motivate you to play online, right? Because, honestly, I'm not making any money off of the one player, right? I don't charge you to play matches. So, you know, there's no way for me to make revenue off of that. So I'm hoping by getting you into the multiplayer stuff, there'll be points where you either need to or want to, you know, get more coins, and then you're willing to either watch videos or buy coins, so I can actually make some money. So, long story short, no plans to actually add any kind of coins to the single player stuff. Subject to change, but at least initially, no. Excuse me. Okay. So this, I think, is where I need to be. Unlock villager. Okay. So there's a couple different places we can do this. Let's see. So case 1. ID. Oh, these are the different 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. So it's 5. Select a villager. Alright, so if I have all the other values, let me check up here at the top. Okay, by villager. The island. Alright, so if I have the island and I have the actual villager ID, but I still don't have the correct which villager it is. Let's see. I feel like all my opponents have the same island. Well, you mean like it's all the same Middle Ages theme? If that's the case, then yeah, absolutely. The only island I currently have is the Middle Ages theme. But you know, it's just right now it takes me over 2 months to make a new island. You know, to do all the art, you know, the modeling and the animation and everything. So the goal is to have other islands in the future if there's revenue from the game. You know, then I'll reinvest that in the game and actually have new islands for you to unlock using the gems. But at the moment, yes, they're going to look the same because it's all the same island. The position of the buildings should change. Unless you're talking about... sorry. Let me rephrase that. If you're using the one-player mode, then it should mirror your buildings. Actually, I do that. I do that for the two-player game as well, right? So anytime you're playing by yourself in a one-player mode or two-player, I mirror the buildings. So if that's what you're talking about, that's actually intentional. That's not a mistake. Okay, so I'm buying that. Let's see. So it's, oh, because it's just one. Okay, so ID. And the island I can get here. Select it. Island. Okay, that's good. It's so satisfying to win in this. You're enjoying it. Awesome, man. I'm glad. Thank you so much. Yeah. It is fun, especially like when you have like those close wins, right? I've seen so many times either situation where you're both trying to go after your launcher at the same time, or the one that I have frequently is like when you see that the little power bar on the launcher is filling up, and you know as soon as that comes up, you know the force field is coming up, so you're trying to make that shot get there right before the force field comes back up. And I've been on both sides of that. Sometimes I've squeaked it, right, and the guys get taken out, and sometimes the force field comes up just when my shot is hitting it, you know. So that's always kind of a nerve-wracking moment. Alright, so unlock villagers. This is where we need to be. Mark that out. Whatever happened to Uncharted 2? Life happened. Me getting so close to the beta that all my free time is devoted to either spending time with the wife and family, or trying to finish the game. So, you know, let's see if you can see right there. You know, that black piece of plastic that's covered in dust. That would be what's called a PlayStation 4 that's been sitting dormant for Oh god, what year is this? So, I still want to do that. I still want to. But actually what I'm thinking about doing now too is even goofier than that. Is I was doing a demo. I picked up this little piece of hardware and I was showing it at the Unity meeting last night. This thing called Looking Glass, and it's almost like it's like a hologram, right? And I was trying to find something to show as an example, and I was digging out this old project that I never finished, which was an animated short film. And as I was demoing it last night, I was kind of going, I gotta finish this stupid animated film. I mean, it's, and the interesting thing about it is that I'm doing it in Unity, and it's designed to run on mobile devices. So it's an animated short film that runs on phones and tablets. And I've been working on it for years, but it's just because, it's just, I've been too busy trying to make money off everything else that I have not devoted the time to it. But what I'm thinking about doing now is sort of like splitting my time, at night at least, and, maybe not doing the game full time and actually kind of spending my nights doing the animation work and streaming that. I do that over on the art and art category, but I mean, if you're curious, I can load it up here. I don't know if you guys care or not, but I can at least show you what I'm talking about. So this is an animated film that I wrote the story for just a billion years ago. Let me switch. This is kind of funky. This is what it looks like when you're trying to do this Looking Glass hologram. It kind of butchers the image, but if I switch it back here to scenes, just the regular cutscene. Tell you what, I'll mute the audio because you won't understand the context, but this is just like one scene that is animating. So, I mean, the novelty of this is if you imagine this piece of animation running on a mobile phone, right? And the interesting thing about it is not pre-rendered. This is actually being like done on the fly. So the polygon count is not tremendously high because I'm aiming for mobile devices. But, so it's a husband and wife. There's a context to the whole conversation. So, I guess Neo Tokyo, what I was saying is that this is my other excuse for not doing game streaming because I kind of want to work on this. But just to show you, this is what it looks like, basically. I mean, this is, you can see they're just regular. I mean, this is a Unity project and just regular animated characters, just designed, and I'm using a Toon Shader. Yes, this is my project. This is an animation project that I started years ago that I keep forgetting to make time for. It looks beautiful. Thank you. Once again, going back to what I was talking about before, too. So the character designs, I did not make the characters. What I was mentioning before, remember I mentioned Daniel Thomas, the amazingly talented artist. He made these models for me. I gave him some concept art of what I was looking for, in terms of general ideas, and then he came back with these amazingly beautiful characters, right? And I rigged them up and started doing the animation, but I cannot take any credit for the actual modeling of the characters. I would love to, but that would be totally dishonest. It is the very, very talented Daniel Thomas, whom I hope to recruit, as I was mentioning before, very soon on the next game. But so this is what I'm toying with, is the idea of going back and working on Daniel Thomas. Yep, that's him. That is the guy. Those models are almost Disney quality, and I like how you animate them. Well, thank you. I'll take credit for the animation, of course, but I cannot take credit for the models. That is pure Daniel. But the link you posted there, that is him. And I actually got him to work on my very first game, Poke with Bob, which is at this point 8 years ago. And it's when the finances allow me, I come back to him and I say, please do this work for me, And when the finances are tighter, then it's, I have to do more of it myself, But, as I was talking about recently, is the fact that I just had that good run where I was doing a ton of animation work, freelance. So the company, the Scary Robot Company, is doing a little better these days. So I can hopefully go back to him and hire him proper to do some more work on my next project. I would love to just go to him and say, here's all the stuff I want done for this next game, right? Just go work your magic and let me know when it's done. But, you know what? Here, if you want, actually, I'll do it with the audio on. I don't know if it's going to sync perfectly. but let's see. I'm not sure how the audio is going to play here, but I'll give it a try. So, turn this up a little bit here.
Is this the place?
This is it? So you got the story straight, right? Hey, come on, Mrs. Believer. There should be no problem for, Madame Isabella. Now, take that ring off. Let's go watch her work her magic.
You made your point, Robert. I get it. Let's just go home.
Oh, come on, Michelle. No way I'm letting you off the hook now. Let's go. Hand it over.
There you go. And that's as far as I've gotten. Drop that audio back down so don't blast your eardrums with the music. But so that's it. That's and then so that's what I just after showing this to the guys last night. And actually, that was mainly for this. I have this. So this is the establishing shot. It starts off with the animation work. Thanks. Well, I mean, animation has been my day job for 20 years. So that is what I've been doing for a very long time. But and this is another one where I actually built this model, but it was based off of a concept art design that Daniel Thomas did. So I explained what I was looking for. I gave him a detailed description, and he did this just beautiful, stunning piece of 2D art. And using that as a template, I went ahead and actually modeled and textured this. I'm good at everything. My wife would disagree, but I digress. But thank you. But yeah, I can do modeling okay if I have a good reference point, I think. But I still, those character models that Daniel did for me are just insanely gorgeous, man. So yeah, I love relying on him, versus myself if I ever can. But so yeah, so I guess my point is the fact that I would love to do some streaming of the game stuff, but I think I'm going to motivate myself to spend some of my off hours working on this animation project again. I would love. It's only been God. I don't even think about how many years this thing has been on the back burner. But I think I may revisit that and actually just start doing some animation stuff. So, if I make the time, focus on your baby, then, dude. Okay. When you get an ad for this game, will it be a picture or will you have a short gameplay video of the game, and you'll put it on YouTube? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you want, don't laugh, but I did an audio scratch track. Let's see, video, promo. Let's see. Make it up. Oh crap! Where did I put it? Gameplay trailer. Yeah. So I'll give you guys a sneak preview. This is what is, and then I have this very talented voiceover artist named Ed Mace, who I've worked with several times over the years, and he's going to help re-record this. If you've played my game Poker with Bob, Ed Mace is the voice of Bob. He's amazingly talented. Here you go. I think he's. Let me make sure I got the one right. But happy to name drop for him. Yeah. So yeah, this is Ed Mace. So I'm gonna get Ed to re-record this voiceover for me. But so this is just the audio. To media player. Welcome to Volley Village, where the only question is, who will be the last island floating? Get ready for some classic arcade action as you race to destroy your opponent before they destroy you. Take out all of their buildings and then go for their launcher to seal your victory. Send out villagers to repair your buildings. You can even give them a helping hand. But don't forget to leave some villagers behind. That launcher won't reload itself. And remember, in Volley Village, the more you destroy, the greater your reward. So lay waste to... So anyways, yeah, I hate, I don't know about you guys, but I hate listening to my own voice. So, which, yeah, that and I can't imagine what it does to you guys, but thanks for hanging out anyways. So yes, so I'm gonna do a gameplay trailer. I want to squish a few more bugs and get a beta that I think is like on the verge of release. And while you guys are doing the final tests, I'm gonna work like crazy to get the gameplay trailer knocked out, which I'll work on that here as well. So you guys will see it, and that'll be mainly just using gameplay footage, with just occasional like overlays and that kind of stuff. And then I think it's like a minute and a half in length, but it'll show all the basic features, and it'll definitely show the gameplay and the gameplay mechanics that you guys will be up to speed on. So yeah, that'll be tossed out on YouTube and used as promotional video and all that kind of stuff. That's the game plan. And then of course there'll be tons of videos and all that other kind of stuff to go along with it as well, and just some regular gameplay footage as well. Yeah. So that is the plan. Let's see. I got that set correctly. Okay. Excuse me. So what I need to do is try and figure out how to unlock that first icon for the villager. But you know what? First things first. Actually, I'm going to do another restroom break. So hang tight, guys. Hang tight, and I'll be back in mere seconds. All right? All right. I'll be right. Alright, took care of that. And let me throw a little more liquid in my glass here. So, if you guys are still around, offer your thoughts on that. If you think it'd be interesting. I mean, it's not game dev stuff, so maybe I'm kind of like asking this question to the wrong crew here. But, splitting my time, daytime, game development, and then nighttime I go back to the animation stuff. And I don't know. I haven't really looked too much on the art side of Twitch, but I don't remember seeing anyone actually streaming, just doing real-time animation work. So I could do that and get a whole bunch of nothing. But I figure it's worth a try. It's for me, it's just good motivation to try and keep working on it. Especially when I have the set schedule. It forces me to keep plugging away. If you're in front of a computer, you should be streaming it. That's my take on it. Well, I think if I'm doing the animation, I can be even more conversational. When I'm trying to code, it's sort of like the CPU gets taxed about 80%. So I'm not as good at conversing while trying to do code, as demonstrated by the fact that we're 15 minutes later, and I still haven't added a line of code to where I need to. But with the animation, I think it'd be great. Thanks, man. Okay, guys, settled. It's not streaming Uncharted 2, but it'll at least be something interesting. I hope. And you guys get to see my process too. It's I think I've talked about it before. The way I approach animation is I think polite way of saying it is unorthodox. You know, the reality is I'm self-taught, so my animation style is pretty much wrong from how everyone else does it. But I think it might be at least some semi-entertaining to see the progression on the whole story. But and just in case you're curious, in a nutshell, the gist of it is the name of the short film is called What's the Future Hold? And it's about a husband and wife where the wife believes in kind of fortune teller kind of stuff and the husband dismisses it. So to prove his point, he says, look, let's go to one of these fortune tellers, right? And we'll take off our rings and we'll pose like a couple on their first date, right? And they go in, and then of course they end up with some very unexpected results. And so I describe it as sort of like, you know, Pixar meets Twilight Zone. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm not saying it's Pixar quality, but I mean at least in the toony kind of look to it, combined with you know, it's sort of like a Twilight Zone story, you know, where things start off, you know, in a very traditional fashion, but then, you know, things kind of go different. That's the gist of it. I worship at the altar of Twilight Zone. I love Twilight Zone. So any film, you know, short film or feature film that throws twists that I don't predict, yeah, I'm just completely enamored with them. So, all right, guys. Thanks. I'll do that, man. I will actually find the time, and I'm not going to set a schedule for the animation stuff. That's going to be much more of, you know, hit and miss when time permits. So, you know, because it won't be a fixed schedule, you know, it may just be me chatting away, but, I mean, the videos will be stored, so anyone that wants to see them at any other point can view them, but, I mean, if nothing else, I'll do it because, like you said, it's good discipline. It forces me to actually work on this stupid thing and maybe get out the door one day. You know, and not just do coding and game design 24/7. I guess it would be good to split that up a bit. So speaking of, shut up and code, idiot. Definitely has the quality. If done right, I think it'll do great. I fell in love with the characters at first glance. Thanks. Well, I mean, that's pure Daniel, dude. That is absolutely pure Daniel for sure. You know, I mean, you posted the link to his website earlier, and the guy is just insanely gifted with his art talent, man. I'm so jealous of what he can do, you know. But yeah, and it's a fun story. I mean, it's sort of like comes out of my own experiences. You know, my wife kind of dabbles in that stuff much more, and I'm the cynic, right? If it's not physically in front of me, then I pretty much dismiss it, you know. So I wrote it at the time. We were living in Los Angeles in an area called Culver City, and you know, those fortune tellers were like every block. You know, every other house had a fortune teller in it. You know, so that's kind of where the gist of where the story came out of. But yeah, it'd be fun to finish it. I mean, the entire runtime is about 5.5 minutes, so there's still a ton of work to do on it. But decided I will revisit it. Absolutely. Okay, but I gotta finish this. I gotta make you guys happy and make this game work properly. You know, just because I made the sheep silent on the main menu like he should be doesn't mean I'm done with my work here. Alright, so now we gotta, let's see. I guess what I should do is track down the icon selection menu. Let's see, common manager, gems, coins, selected islands, icon status. That's what I want. Let's see. Dragon Dust is here. Hey, man, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome. How you doing, man? Did you get a chance to fire the game up on your iOS device? If so, you probably encountered some of the stuff that other people have mentioned, which I am in the process of fixing. But yeah, if you have, man, offer your thoughts for sure. And welcome. Happy Friday, TGIF. Let's see. Alright, so see if I can do this like silently. Good, thanks. Good, doing real good. I was just you just missed a conversation where I was talking about I might split some of my time. Still doing this regular schedule, but some of my night times I might come back and go back to work on an animated project that I started ages ago. And I just, through Convoluted Story, I had to use it as a demo for something that I was demoing at the Unity group last night. And I was watching, it's kind of like, you know what? I just need to stop dragging my feet on that and go back to work and finish it. So I'm actually going to do some unscheduled streams where I work on the animation stuff. When my girlfriend walks in, I'm going to request you to play it again. Okay. Tell me when, and I'll fire it back up again. I'll even offer context next time, so you have a little more understanding of what the whole thing is about again. But yeah. Until then, I'll just keep trying to finish this stupid game. Icon selected. So let's see. Go case 10. Sounds interesting. Yeah, my elevator pitch is, imagine if Pixar made a Twilight Zone episode. That's the way I describe it. You know, once again, clarifying, I'm not doing Pixar quality. I'm doing sub-Pixar quality, but, you know, at least it's cartoony, you know. You'll see. We're just, you know, Dragon Dust, just tell Neo Tokyo to have his girlfriend come in sooner. Okay. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually recycling this code. Icon value. Let's see. If it's 1, icon number. See if I did. Let's see. So by default, it is. Let me look that up. I didn't come up with it. I really didn't come up with a clean system on how to make this work. So it's -1. Let's see. And status 10. Default. Let's see. Okay, maybe I can come at it this way. Maybe I can just do an override. We'll override equals false. Let's see. 0. And then, yeah, okay, I think this will work. And then I'll just, if it's an override mode, then it won't actually display the message. I think this is a good hack. So icon value, and we'll say if override, then the icon value is equal to, oh wait, but I don't want to actually point text. I don't want to actually diminish it, so icon value. Okay, I'll just make a different one. It's 10. Otherwise, it's gonna be not equal to 1. Let me just throw in an insane value like 500. That'll be like a flag. Then it is the unlocking a new villager. Okay, I think that'll be a workaround. So we override. If override is true, then we hit this guy, and then we do everything except deduct the coins. Oh, update chosen icon. Oh crap. Alright, so then what I need is to figure out how to tell it the right things here. Okay, don't need that. Don't need that. Icon status, that's good. And the coins I can leave alone. There. Alright. So I think this will be a good little workaround. Let's check to make sure I'm actually going to be in the right place for this. So we're going to debug log. Let's see. New villager unlocked. So unlock base icon. That's the objective. So icon number 0. Alright, so then I guess what I'm looking for would be something like this. Go icon selected, the villager number. Icon number will be 0. Icon price, don't care. And this is going to be true. Okay. Your selection menu. Your syntax is very neat for someone who says they can't code. Well, thank you. Well, as my buddy, an old coworker, used to say, even a blind dog finds a bone occasionally. Oh, thanks. That's very kind, man. I think a lot of it is just because I do sort of like, through osmosis, I try and find out how the real programmers do it, and just kind of follow suit. So, but yeah, thanks, man. That's actually very kind. All right. Icon select manager. Actually, where was I? Selection. Yeah, icon selection menu. No. Okay. So I gotta find out where the icon selection menu. Who's actually referencing it? Icon selection bridge. That's not gonna help. I guess I could just do it from here, so. Yeah. Let's see. Icon selection menu, icon menu script. Oops. Thought I copied him. Copy. He's fine with that. Good. Okay. So then that is ID. Holy crap, that might actually work. All right. So once again, what I'm trying to do right now is when you unlock a new villager, it should by default unlock the first icon that associates with that villager. You get that one for free, but I failed to put that code in, so that's what I'm trying to correct right now. And I think this might do it. We'll find out. Select icon menu, and then it should come back to this guy and say new villager unlocked, so unlock base icon. Alright. And let's see if I'm right or wrong here. Yay, no errors. That's a good start. Okay. Customize. Select villagers. Clear this out. Hit her and... Oh, crap. Object not set. Find select icon menu. Oh, because it's turned off right now, isn't it? Oh, crap. Okay. So I can't actually go over there. I'm just going to have to do it here. That's fine. I just borrow the code. Actually, it's probably a better move anyways, come to think of it. Yeah, I'm trying to call a function on an object that's actually not even active, which, as we know, Unity says no to that. So rather than go to there, I'll just do it right here. Excuse me. Okay, so this is a string. That fixes that. Combo manager, load custom data. Oh, do I not have? Oh, okay. No, I have combo on here. Or, what the heck? Why do you not like it? You ever bump into a producer named Andrew Reyes while in LA? XD is here. XD, how's it going, man? Doesn't ring a bell. Does he work in visual effects stuff at all? If he's like a movie producer, then odds are very low that I'll actually bump into him. Just because, you know, working in visual effects, you know, you're in front of a computer 24/7, kind of like now, you know. So we traditionally don't get to meet the higher ups. We normally just, you know, our food chain ends at visual effects supervisors rather. Which is funny. Actually, I'll tell you a funny story about that too. I don't know if you guys are interested, but you know, normally what'll happen is the TV show's VFX supervisors are too busy working on set, right? So we normally don't ever even get to see them in person. But when a show is first starting out, right, we'll sometimes actually get to see them, and they'll come by for some of the meetings. And there was one TV show that I was working on, and I was working on the pilot episode. I didn't really know anything about it, right? I just know that I was working on, all it was just taking a CG character and sort of like posing it so it lined up with the real actor that was laying on a gurney. And so, funny story, it's, so we're working away, and they're showing an airplane that's in this one shot, and they're talking about how they have to put the number on the tail, right? And they want to change the number. And he said that, he goes, JJ wants to change the number on the tail so it's the same as in Lost. And I'm kind of going, wait, aren't you getting in trouble if you actually steal the ID on Lost? And he goes, wait, JJ, oh, wait a second, JJ Abrams? And I'm going, wait a second. So the TV show I'm working on now is being created by JJ Abrams? And I went, oh, wow, okay. So I was actually working on the pilot episode of oh god, mind blank there. Help me out, guys. What was the old detective series that JJ did? Fringe. Wow, boy, the brain went away from me there. So I was actually working on the pilot episode of Fringe with no context, and that frequently happened because sometimes you just get assigned something. It's like, here, animate this creature, or do this, you know, animate this person, or do this, and the other, with no context sometimes. So I mean, I was literally working on the pilot episode of Fringe with no knowledge of what the show even was or about. So just to give you context too, if you ever watch Fringe, what I was working on was her partner. You know, if you've seen the pilot episode, if not, spoilers, sorry. But he's slowly turning translucent, right? So I was responsible for taking a CG version that was a scan of him. That the problem was the scan they took of him, he was standing up, right? And of course, gravity pulls everything down. So when he's laying down, the CG version of him didn't line up. So I was tasked with actually shifting the CG version to line up with him perfectly in all the shots. You know, not having any context of what the show was until like after the fact, but. Anyways, I guess the point is the convoluted, long, drawn-out point is the fact that when you work in VFX, you're so far down in the weeds that you frequently don't really have any context to what the stuff is, and you frequently don't actually get to meet the higher-ups. You know, they don't come down. I've been asked that several times too when I work on a TV show. It's like, oh, did you meet the actor? It's kind of like, you know, dude, I'm in Culver City. They're up in Canada shooting the TV show up there in Canada. So, no, you were probably closer to him than I was. Okay, he was one of my bad experiences, but he's worked with a collective. Oh, okay. Who produced a bunch of horror stuff. And I think he started when the Annoying Orange was a thing on YouTube. Gotcha. Okay. But no, I do not know the name. I don't think I've crossed paths with them. That's so dumb. You work way harder than them. I think so anyways. Well, you know what? The check's clear, man. And it's I'm happy to work on that stuff. So I don't mind it, And it's funny because there was a time where I wanted to be in front of the camera, but I was going to say I outgrew that, but then what am I doing right now? So I just made a hypocrite out of myself, I guess. Oh, man. That was stupid. The instance static, it means that you shouldn't have more than one instance of the component in your scene. Really? Do I have it somewhere else? No. So it's there. Local user custom data, icon status to string split. Okay, that's bizarre. It's throwing up an error on this guy now, and it was fine with it in the other one. Whoa! There's another one of keyboard glitches. Look at that. My keyboard gets possessed by evil spirits sometimes. It just starts typing stuff. It's like a keyboard Ouija board or something. That's what I get for, buying keyboards used by Charles Manson. So why is it hating this now? It was fine with it when I did it over in the previous one. Overall, he seemed like a decent dude, but so fake. Hollywood, man. I know, you want to talk about fake people in Hollywood, man, we could have a conversation that would go on for, weeks. And it's common with even legitimate producers because they use their resume to catch people off guard and use them to their will. Yeah. I mean, that's personal experience in visual effects industry, too. There's been people that I've crossed paths with that spend all their time not working, but telling everyone else how amazing they are. And you'd be shocked at how far they actually do climb up the ladder. But you guys probably heard this line before, but it's one of my favorites. Kevin Smith, the auteur director Kevin Smith, he made the comment, and it is so brilliantly funny because it's so true. And he goes, put simply, Hollywood is the only place where people fail upward. And you do find that a lot, My favorite people in the VFX industry are the guys that just shut up and get the work done. Rather than going around and telling everyone how brilliant they are, they're just working like crazy. And those are the ones I'm still totally friends with, and like to hang out with every time I go back to LA. I once explained this stuff to a budding female director, and she just told me, that's just me. I'm making it up. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Definitely LA. Yeah. I think I did that line before, too. I'll do it again. The Big Picture, the movie Big Picture with Kevin Bacon, with Martin Short, where he's playing an agent that's trying to hire or recruit Kevin Bacon. And he goes, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know you. I don't know your work. But I think you're very talented. That's Hollywood in a nutshell right there, man. That is 12 years of me living in Hollywood, experiencing that kind of concept. Oh, that's why. Because I'm telling this is a string when it's actually a string array. Watch this. It's all going to fix itself. Okay, see what happens when I don't talk and actually think for change? I think some people take fake it till you make it to a whole new level. Hey, Below the Stone is here. What's up, buddy? Bombs away. Check him out, man. He walks in the door and just starts blowing stuff up. You have worked on so much stuff I know of. Well, I've been doing it for a couple of decades now, so I've been doing it for a very long time. So, yeah, very fortunate. I mean, I've definitely owned up to the fact that I strolled into Hollywood at the perfect time, that you were still able, kind of like, a century ago, where, people would travel from coast to coast, and they go out to Hollywood to make as an actor, and they would just kind of wander onto the set, and they say, "Who are you?" And it's like, "I'm an actor." And they're like, "Well, then go stand over there," right? And then suddenly they have a career, right? Back in like early 2000, and a little before it, that's the way the visual effects worked in LA still. You were able to just kind of go in and because it was such, especially for television, it was still such an early industry that you could go in and just kind of go, I'm an animator because I say I am, and people would actually believe you until you totally screwed up, until you proved otherwise. But yeah, this day and age, it's definitely a different beast for sure. But yeah, still happy that I get the occasional gig here and there. What? I don't think I need that, so that's going away. So we're getting all that stuff. All icons compiled. Good. Icon status equals. Okay. Alright, but I need to make the change before I actually just throw it back out there. So unlock villager. So I gotta figure out the island, the villager, and that's it, because this is just unlocking the base one. So let's see. So we say all icon status, and we'll say island times, let's see, and this is icons, so it's going to be times 26, I think was the magic number. Let me double check that. Yeah. So it's the island times 26, because they're 25 characters of icons. So if it's a new island, it has to bump 26. Just trying to explain the context of that value for anyone that is actually following along. And then we got to figure out the villager, which is the ID. But that actually might be crap. Let's see. Might be iterated up by 1, so I might have to do ID minus 1. And then the icon is 0, so that's good. So all I need is those two values is equal to 0. Oh, no, sorry, 1, because I'm unlocking that specific icon. Oh, is it time? Yeah, can you please play the animation with sound again? Okay. Here, I'll pause this bad boy. All right. I'll give you quick context. So, this is a short film that I started years ago and have never found the time to complete. It's a 5-minute short film that the novelty of it is that it plays in real time on mobile devices. So think of it being like your iPhone or your Android tablet, right? And that's kind of the novelty factor of it. And the premise is it's a husband and wife, right? The wife believes in kind of fortune teller kind of stuff. The husband doesn't. So he wants to make a point of it. So he tells her, let's pose like we're a couple on our first date, right? And take off the wedding rings, and then we'll go to a fortune teller and see what happens. And of course, in true Twilight Zone fashion, the results end up being radically different than what they anticipate them to be. So I'll turn this up a little bit, and here you go. So, and the title of it is called "What's the Future Hold?"
Is this the place?
This is it. So you got the story straight, right? Hey, come on, Mrs. Believer. There should be no problem for, Madame Isabella. Now, take that ring off. Let's go watch her work her magic.
You made your point, Robert. I get it. Let's just go home.
Oh, come on, Michelle. No way I'm letting you off the hook now. Let's go. Hand it over.
And that's about as far as I've gotten. So, there's another 3.5, almost 4 minutes that follows after that. So, but that is the short film. And as I was talking about, is I can relate to this guy already. Yeah, there's some personal stuff in there for sure for me as well. But so the interesting thing about it, as I was showing, is the fact that Team Guy, Robert looks like me. Yeah, you're not the first person to actually mention that. But yeah, so these are actually, in essence, like modified or glorified game characters, right? I mean, they are just low poly characters that were modeled and textured and created by the amazingly talented Daniel Thomas. I could never dream of making characters that well made. That's just fantastic. But I hired Daniel. As I mentioned before, Daniel is the guy that helped me do the character designs for Valley Village. And whenever I have enough cash in my company coffers, I hire him and I put him to work. And this is something I hired him to do years ago. And it's just beautiful stuff. And but using the Toon Shader, and I think it does some really cool results. So anyways, the whole reason I mentioned this is that I showed this house right here, excuse me, in a demo that I was showing last night at the Unity user group meeting. And now this is something I actually did model, but the model came out of a concept art done by, once again, by Daniel Thomas. I could never model this out of just my own imagination in a million years, but Daniel is just so amazingly talented that he drew up this 2D art, and then I modeled all this in Lightwave and actually rendered it all out in Lightwave. So I baked all the textures in. See if I can show this. So yeah, so like here's like the UV of the sidewall. So you can see all the lighting is already baked into the object. So the beauty of it is there's basically no real-time lighting, right? It's already just there, you know. So as you see, like, well, you can't see, it's probably too small, but it says mobile unlit. So all of the building here, right, the walls and all this kind of stuff, there's no lighting, right? It's all just built in, you know, which obviously adds to the speed. And when I started this years ago, you know, that was much more crucial on mobile devices. And years later, the mobile devices are so advanced that a lot of the stuff I was doing as these cheats, I don't need to do now. But they're done, so I will have it in place. But anyways, the whole thing was that I showed it in the demo last night for this hologram toy that I got called the Looking Glass. I did a Kickstarter. I backed it, and it's so amazing. It's just like it, you know, you can see this little house, right? And it's just, it's, let me click over here. You know, and you look at this piece of glass. You know, I'll do a quick demo here. Let's see. It's this thing, right? You know, and it's, let me see if I can have it, yeah. See if there's a quick demo without all the crap that's, you know, here you go. Yeah. So, I mean, you can see, like, it feels like a 3D object, right? So I needed something to show at the Unity meeting last night, so I just grabbed the old building right here and just showed it. And then once I actually had the thing loaded up, it's kind of like, you know what? I should just finish this stupid thing. So anyways, the whole point is the fact that now my goal now is to spend some of my luxurious free time at night and stuff like that, going back to work on the animation and trying to get this beast knocked out. So, and it'll be all in my LT for the most part, you know, so I'm not sure how entertaining it'll be for you guys, but if you guys want, if you're ever curious, if you watch some of the earlier stuff, some of the animation stuff I was doing for the little villager characters, you know, if that was interesting, then you might enjoy watching me do the animation for the characters, you know, because it'll be a little more involved because it's much more of a human performance combined with lip sync animation too. But don't have a schedule on when I'll be doing those. That's going to be much more of when time permits. So it's going to be very haphazard. And as I was mentioned before, I fully expect to have, you know, a viewer, you know, for most of the time. But that's going to be the game plan. But so that was it. That was what I was showing. And kind of went down that little path just to show you guys. But I would love to finish it. And this is something, and the reason that it did get backburnered is, number one, the amount of animation is insanely time consuming. And number two, this is not something I can necessarily sell, right? This is something I throw out there as a calling card, you know, and then, I mean, maybe have like a in-app purchase that unlocks a director's cut, you know, which just has commentary from me and maybe like a couple of the actors. Which, by the way, too, the guy and the girl are incredibly skilled actors. I was very fortunate when I was back in LA. I was able to recruit them, and the guy actor, ironically enough, is named Robert too. Right? Did not plan that, but Robert Peters, and he is. It's kind of funny. It's what? Stop. Okay, dog break. Sorry. So, yeah, my friend Robert Peters is this amazingly talented actor, and you may not know his name, but chances are you've seen him in stuff. I mean, he's been in everything from the old movie Go to, he was in, let's see, he's been in 2 Spielberg films. He was in Catch Me If You Can. He's one of the cops that plays off of, with Tom Hanks. He was in Lincoln, like, all these movies. He does commercial work, too, all the time, right? He was in the Bad News Bears remake, and Jolene Kim is the voice of the female character, and she's also another one that is a true working actress out there in Hollywood. So I was very fortunate to recruit them. Have you considered putting this short in an anthology? I think it can reach more people. Putting the short in an anthology? You're talking about after it's done? Maybe. I've done that before, actually. My first animated short film I released in 1999. And no, you can't see it because it is old and archaic, and I've buried it. It's right next to Jimmy Hoffa. And I took the animated film, and it is on a compilation disc. Excuse me, that I think I made... let's see. I made 0 off of. So, I'm not sure if there's much money in anthology kind of stuff. That's so cool. We can solve world hunger by making hologram food. That's how it works, right? Hologram burger. Yeah, but then you hurt your fingers when you actually reach in and try and grab it. But, it is an incredibly convincing effect. And I feel fortunate that I jumped on the Kickstarter when I did, because now that they've released it, they actually jacked the price up by several $100s. So the Kickstarter was a lot more affordable than it is now. But yeah, and my wife actually, I was on the fence. I was kind of going, it's not practical. It's not something that's necessary to have, and she said, you know what, your birthday's coming up. I'll cover half the cost. And then it was like, okay, I'm in. So that's why I ended up getting it. And it just showed up like just a couple of weeks ago. So that's why I had to show it off to the user group meeting. So let's see. I guess I lost my train of thought there for a second there. Tell your wife tonight, how about hologram Korean barbecue instead? That's funny. Excuse me. Since I'm here, actually, I'll flip it back over. Since I've completely derailed the actual game work. So this is Looking Glass. That is funny, isn't it? All right, so this is the Looking Glass camera, right? And this is one of the things that kind of bugs me about it is this green box, or excuse me, green prism, I guess I should say. This determines what ends up in the actual hologram display itself, right? And so the first thing you look at, you kind of go, oh, I get this, right? This works just like a normal camera, right? Because here's the camera, right? There's the camera, and there's the display prism. No, actually, the camera is here in the middle. Because it's doing this 3D display, its near point can actually go behind the camera, which, just kind of breaks your head if you think about it. Because normally you think of the near plane coming up to the camera plane and stopping. But because this is a 3D tool, that actually goes further back. But it does this kind of thing. You can see what it looks like here. This doesn't represent it, but you can see the blurred nature of it, right? And that's, the way it works is just a series of panes of glass, right? And each pane of glass gets a separate amount of data, and then it's polarized to view the correct angle, right? And the effect is beautiful, but it has an incredibly narrow view, right? Depth of field. So as a result, it's like it gets that toy look, that when someone shoots like a miniature and you have that depth of field that fights it, it's incredibly narrow depth of field. So, no matter how I try, I was having a hard time getting all the stuff to display correctly. But my head is broken all the time. No holograms needed. But yeah, if you can. At first, I was thinking all I'd do is I'd slap in a camera, right, and press play and show people my animated short film, right? But it doesn't work because, in this scene, what happens is the camera starts off like really tight. Ooh, okay, that's just hurts the brain, I know. But it starts off really tight and the camera pulls back, right? But then as soon as it starts doing that, the whole thing goes completely out of focus, I mean, it's even more so here, but just this little bit in the center that's less disoriented here, that's the thing that's truly in focus in the device. So it's a really cool toy. It's kind of hard to show on a webcam, so I'm not, and it also has a glitch that it likes to go to monitor 2 come hella high water. And because I'm using 2 displays, when I plug it in, it likes to go to monitor 3, so I have to sort of like unplug and replug monitors. So the point is that it's not as simple as just plug it up and show it real quick. There's unfortunately some setup time, and I'm not sure how well it would translate on a webcam. I mean, no more so than what I was showing you on that a second ago. I'll show you one more time. Looking Glass. There he goes. Yeah. So. And even this example, I think, doesn't really convey just how much the CG looks real. All right, it looks like it's really in depth. Yeah. So, anyways, way off the path there. Way off the path. So, yeah, no set schedule, but I will actually be revisiting this project and trying to pick up the animation where I left off. So, just look, you guys, if you're like on the, if you've done a follow on Twitch. If you haven't, please do. I would love to have more of you guys hang out with me. But you obviously get a notification of that. Or also on Discord, which is a perfect time since we're talking about that. Let me go ahead and do my blatant plugs. If you have not joined my Discord channel, please do. You can always reach me there. When I'm not streaming, I'm always accessible there. So please give me a shout on Discord if you want. And obviously, if you do that, I will do posts on Discord as well. I'm kind of bad about doing that for my regular one just because it's a fixed schedule. But if I do the animation at just haphazard times, I'll definitely post it in the Discord as well as on Twitch. So you guys can join me and watch as I plug away on my animation pains. But let's see. And where did I leave off on this? I think I got part of the way through, but I may just stop down right here. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's actually even be correct. So I think, where am I at? I'm about almost a quarter to 5. So I guess I could take one stab at this and see if this is correct. And if this is correct, then I'll jump up and down and be happy. But so let me bring up my kombu again. And besides that, my puppy's getting very upset. She knows it's time for me to throw the disc. I can't say the F word because then she goes nuts. But let's see. So icon status, launcher status, village original, selected villagers, unlocked. Villager status. All right. So let me save that again. All right, and that should do it. So let's see what happens here. So the purpose of this, as I mentioned, is when you unlock a villager, you should get rewarded with a free icon, right? So in this case, it's saying, recruit the female villager to get that icon. So I'm going to try this, and right now she should... Oh, wait. Why is she unlocked? That's not right. Did I not update my data right? Let me check. Villager status. Oh. I thought I switched that. Alright. Oh, yeah. No. Sorry, that was my mistake. I should have put that at 0. Is that... Let's see. Yeah. That's correct. Alright. So now she's back in the locked state. Well, she's unlocked, but hasn't been recruited yet. Purchased. So... Let's double check. Yeah. So she's locked there. If we come up to... the villagers, There. So now she has the price tag. So if I hit that, the villager's been recruited. Alright. So now, if you come back here to Kambu and do a refresh, come back to global data. Now, alright, so that went from a 0 to a 1, so she's been unlocked. But more importantly, let's go look at the icons. Launcher status, icon status. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1. Nope, it didn't do it. So, but that may have been. Let's see, ID. Let me try +1. Let me try and go up 1. Alright, I'll do one last stab at this. And then I may just call it quits here. So, let me come back and villager status, and I will put that back to 0, which means that she is unlocked but not purchased yet. And this is why I gave myself 5,000 coins, since I'm burning through the coins so fast here. Speaking of which, do I have enough? Yeah, I still got 4,000 coins. Good. So we say customize. She's locked like she should be. We come to villagers and we say unlock her. Yes. Now let's go check on Kambu. Launcher. Wait. Is that? Yeah, icon status. No. That -1 should actually be a 1 right now. So, I'm gonna have to do some more digging. The quick fix didn't do it right, so I'm gonna have to like step through it line by line and figure out why. I could be like hitting the wrong one. So I'm just gonna like bring in the ray and then point to it and figure it out. But I think that might be my cutoff point. Bimley is probably my favorite just because I got a dwarf fetish. Okay, maybe not like that. I mean, I just really like dwarves. The fantasy kind. Okay, I can't really recover from this. No. I'm totally with you, man. You know, he's definitely got the good personality going. You know. Me personally, I think the wizard, you know, just because I think he has some of the more fun animations, especially on the taunts, right? And he'll do that thing where like he'll throw the wand on the ground, right? He does one where he throws the wand, bounces it off the ground, and then like does a tip of the hat, right, and lands, and then catches the wand in the air. But that's funny. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Whatever floats your boat, buddy. All right, so yeah, we're at this point. I'm 4:45, and I need to go ahead and spend some time with the puppy so she doesn't destroy anything. But Sir Juan is probably my second favorite. Yep. Yeah, and I you know what? Like I said, I hope the game finds an audience, and I hope there's some revenue, because I would love to come up with all new islands too to expand this. But you know, we'll see. I mean, there's no way to tell, man. There's absolutely no way to tell. I have no crystal ball on this kind of stuff. I hope it's a success, but you know, I've had some before that I thought would do well and haven't. I've had some that were, you know, trivial and did great. So we'll have to find out. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for me. I think I'm gonna like stop down here. Let me just make sure I got everything saved so I don't lose anything. This is all good. Yeah. All right. So as I say always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'd say please follow, but all you guys that are hanging here, I think for the most part, you guys are all following anyway. So thanks for that. Definitely hang out on Discord as well. Don't forget, you can always reach me on Discord. Walk and Talk and Stephen Hawking. Great stream today. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Guys, everyone, have a great weekend. I'm going to try and find the time. I'm going to watch some football. It's playoff season. It's playoff time, so I definitely want to watch a little football. But when I have the downtime, I'm definitely going to try and bang through the game. Although, I don't know, maybe on the weekends, maybe I should just like give myself that to the animation. That's not a bad idea. So maybe I will neglect the game over the weekend in favor of animation. So keep an eye out. Please join me on Discord. If you want to hang out with me when I'm doing animation stuff, that's where you'll get immediate notification, as well as Twitch. But until then, just know, let's see, volatile marketplace for sure. Wish I jumped into the stream earlier. Nah, that's cool. No, I'm glad you made it though. I'm glad you made it. But yeah, I will. Let me drink here. I will be back Monday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I hope you guys come back. Come out and hang with me some more. The game is getting close, man, and then we're off to the races on the next one. And like I said, when the time comes, I'm going to do a big presentation and do a big reveal on what the next project is going to be all about. But until then, come back Monday. If not, you can always watch the streams online later on. But yeah, you guys make it so much fun. Thank you so much for all the chatting. Yeah, walking, talking. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, and have a great weekend. I'm going to go relax, have myself a nice weekend, and try not to work so much, but I probably will. Until then, you guys take care, have yourself a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Adios.